Well, I hope that's the case.
Because like random shit can happen and it can have random effects. One time I had Zaraya yell at me that I entirely broke an entire feature, and I just went and I went into freak out mode. I went, what? How? What? And he gave me a very specific way to recreate it. So I compiled, I loaded up, and I went in, and the bug he said was happening every time didn't happen even once. And then I went, sorry, did you build from clean? And he went, oh no. And then he built from clean and it was gone.
okay, so let me relaunch this. While my internet was down, as you could tell by Windows complaining, I updated my builds. So, yeah. Ugh. I saw that. What is happening right now? OBS, stop being on. I can't go to desktop. Okay. I'm confused. I can't go to desktop. Let's just close this because issues occurred when that happened. Okay, OBS, go away. Um. All right. Okay. So this message right here. Do you see what I'm seeing?
um,
That this is an alpha warning.
this is an alpha warning is always there in 2.55, and I don't see what you're seeing.
You don't see it. Why is this not visible?
Because
Oh,
you're not screen sharing, and I don't see a stream live to watch. So
oh. I thought you were watching my stream. Never mind. Okay. Well, uh,
hmm?
the thing is, while looking through the config files, I did remember seeing that message. It was a binary on or off thing. I don't remember which one it was, but there is a way to turn that off.
Yeah, there is.
And
It's
I kind of want to because
it's
I know
kind of
it's a.
just because of just having it. I haven't turned it off in a long time. I think you can turn it off probably just by removing the entire line. Let me check the source.
Well, I'm saying more specifically in the config for
Yeah, in the config.
ZQuest.
Yeah, I'm guessing that probably just what's the start of that config line start with?
I'm not sure. I'm actually trying to find the config period right now.
Okay, well, if I could see, that would help tremendously. So
Yeah, just a
if you
second.
want to get the stream going,
You mean the YouTube stream?
is that thing going?
Cause that's going. That's been going.
I no, I don't. It died when your internet died, and I don't see a way to get back to it.
I restarted it, so if you look on our channel, you should see it.
The channel has nothing live at the moment. Though on the sidebar there's a live. Oh, there it is.
Yeah,
It's not. It's not.
someone's
It's not in the
chatting.
normal menu. It's not in the normal. God damn it.
Well, YouTube is pretty crappy. Also, I do see
Uh,
you, Jordan. I'm just doing stuff, so that's why I didn't acknowledge it right away.
okay, now
Where
I'm in the stream.
where
Normally I go in. Normally when someone's streaming, I go into videos and it's right in the top left. This time I had to go to your home and scroll down to find it.
YouTube is pretty crappy,
YouTube.
so where is this config?
Okay.
I
So
There's the config. God,
zquest.config.
I remembered it was at the very
um.
bottom of something.
It'd be zquest for zquest and zc for zc.
Really?
And
Because
CC has it.
that's interesting that. Oh, I was in the wrong thing.
Yeah, there's two different configs now.
Well, right. I knew that there was one for ZQuest and ZC, but where is
Beta
it?
warning. Blah blah blah. So let me just do a quick in the source code.
Oh, I got it.
And that's beta warning. And
ZQuest.
let me just immediately do a quick look for everything that touches that, and I can tell you exactly what it does with each setting.
Yeah,
Um.
it's weird. It has
So
a CR right now. I last time I checked, it had a 0 or 1.
it's probably random data.
Hmm.
Um. Oh, it's different for each version, apparently.
Interesting.
Car control equals get beta control string. Car old control equals get config beta warning. And then if those strings are different, then warning this is an alpha. This version of ZQuest might corrupt. Blah, 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 blah.
Wait,
So
hold on. What are the parameters for triggering?
if the result of the function get beta control string is not the same as what you have, So the question is, what is the result of that function? The result of that function is O.
Oh,
O. The result of that function is a byte between 33 and 126, which is a random bit of data from the compile date and the compile time,
you gotta be kidding me.
XORed with a binary bit.
You've gotta be kidding me.
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find it.
um, Try just deleting the entire line and see if it stops.
So okay, do you see the stream right now?
Yeah.
Interestingly, so before it was this, but then I closed ZQuest and it changed to what you see now.
Yep. So
You're saying just delete the entire line?
so temp byte is compiled for int I equals 0. I is less than the lower number out of 10 and the lower number out of the string length of the compile date and the string length of the compile time.
Nice
And
RNG right
each
there.
and each character, well, that's not RNG. That's actually set based on the compile date and compile time. But
Well,
each character then is a character bounded between 33 and 126, which is that index character of the compile date times that index of the compile time XORed with the index.
good God. All right.
I don't know why, but
That seems needlessly complicated.
it's probably it's probably to create some sort of uniqueness. It's probably some form of hash.
Well, you
Just
know that is definitely unique.
hmm
Oh God. So you're saying just get rid of line 84 here?
Yeah, and that will either turn it off or change nothing. It won't break anything. I'll tell you
Well,
that.
I mean the message. Oh well. All right. Immediately it popped up. It's just a minor irritation, so I don't really
Okay.
care.
Yeah, I don't see what I turn off.
And that
Yeah,
line, interesting.
it's literally a set of binary characters.
All right. Well, whatever. I don't really care too much about that.
Mm.
But But anyway,
Uh,
back to the whole Gale Boomerang triggers situation.
okay, so back to QRs, quest rules, combos, and
Oh,
let's
that's
look at
right.
all of. Let's just go through all QRs together right now.
I
And
I was just gonna say that'd be a great
okay,
idea.
so let's start with animation because that's the top one, and let's just work down the list.
Yeah.
So animation, expanded link tile modifiers is good. Fast dungeon scrolling is good. Very fast scrolling is optional, depends if you like it or not.
I don't. I don't.
No scrolling is optional, depends if you like it or not. It works very well for me for MM2D. I don't like it for some of my other projects, so yeah, those are just what they are. FFC's visible screen scrolling is very good.
Does
Interpolated
BS?
fading Interpolated fading does something, and I don't remember if it's given me trouble having it on or off before, so I have no clue what to do with that one. I would leave it as is unless you have
Yeah.
a reason not to.
I was just gonna say if you don't know what
Items
it
held
does, I
above
don't want
Link's head continue to animate is good. Invincible Link flickers is good if you don't want CSET flashing. I tend to use it. Um,
it. Does BS Zelda animation? Should I keep that on?
I don't know exactly what that rule does. I would just leave it on. By the way,
Yeah.
the opening closing wipes, the 5 different rules there, you can enable as many of them as you like,
Oh yeah, I know.
and
I've messed with them.
whenever you do an opening, it picks a rank
Yep. Yep.
of the 6. That's actually coded very interestingly and funly, and I had to mess with that at one point.
I like the triangle.
Um,
I'll stick with the triangle.
yeah. Actually, did the fade to from black always used to be there, or was that added recently? I'm trying
That
to
was
remember.
not in 2.53.
I may have added
In
that.
2.53, it was just the four Super Mario and up.
Yeah, I may have added the fade to black myself. I do not remember exactly, but I'm guessing that was me because I remember messing with that shit at some point.
Yeah.
Okay, tab 2.
Oh, there is two tabs. Yeah. I wonder how delayed the
Hey.
stream is. I should have ultra low latency.
You just want to have to. Oh, and yay, internet! The stream quality just went fuzzy enough that the stream quality just dropped to 144p for me. Probably just my internet being shit.
That's you, not
Um,
me.
yeah. So let me open ZQuest to the rules myself so I can actually read them. Bomb explosions don't flash power is good. Layers 1, 2 are drawn. Think is good. Animate custom script type of weapons is specifically believe, and you want that off.
I want
And that
anime custom script type weapons off.
yeah, that rule does the opposite of what it's supposed to do. It was supposed to fix an issue, but in adding that rule, the issue is fixed without the rule being on. But the rule being on causes a completely different issue that kept coming up, and that's on the to-do list to remove.
I
That's
love
Soraya.
I love that. I love that. I can't tell you how
That's coding for
I can't tell you in how many of my programs where we would code it block by block. We would add a block. Oh, there's an issue. Okay, let's add this fix. Okay, well, it fixed the problem without actually implementing the fix. We implement the fix. Oh, it breaks it. Great. Okay, that's so nice. I
okay.
love that.
Quest rules combos.
Yeah, there's a lot enabled here.
Okay, so drowns in walkable water, generally good. Smart screen scrolling.
Yeah,
I
what
hate the time that I once used that. It's bad.
what is it? I've wondered about that.
Okay, so you know how you can have misaligns if you have a solid and non-solid on the same spot across. Well, smart screen scrolling removes
Oh, it will
so you
not
can't
let you
transition
screen
screens
transition.
into that.
Okay.
Before 2.50.2, if you had that checked, and I heard this from Zara just the other day, before 2.50 checked, and you tried to walk off the edge of the map, you would crash.
Oh God.
um, and smart screen scrolling, here's a fun problem with it though. Let's say you have a block on the edge of a screen, and so you shouldn't be able to walk through, right?
Right.
But that block is bombable, so you bomb it. You still can't walk through, even though it's blown up, because it is technically there until secrets trigger, which happens after you enter the screen. So smart screen
Ah.
scrolling sees it's still there. And if you go into, I don't remember which one of my quests it was, either LGA1 or LGA2, you'll notice a bunch of trees on the border that are walkable specifically so that smart screen scrolling didn't throw a fit. It's not worth the trouble. So no, it is not worth the trouble.
Oh hey,
Yeah.
someone on stream is asking who you are. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I am Venrob. I am one of the two presently active developers of this wonderful program.
Wonderful. Yeah.
I am responsible for a good chunk of the 2.55 new parser stuff, uh, taking off after where Gracefender left it before, well, no one's heard from him since November 2018. So,
Hmm.
so I basically took on his role from there. And yeah, there's a lot of nice parser stuff that I've added. And I've also added a lot of script stuff in general. There's like the F6 scripts and that was entirely me. One of my favorite things I've added though, Tint's nice. And that was I was basically just given something that was one of my first things I added. And Zariah basically said, you know how when you die, it like monochromes everything red?
Right.
Well, oh, actually, I remember now. That's based on interpolated fading. And that's why I remember that could be in trouble was not in actual
Oh.
developing pin. No.
Interesting.
So it monochromes red. And Zariah basically pointed me at that function and pointed me at his grayscaling function and said, figure out how to monochrome with it. So I then figured out how that worked. It worked with bit shifts, and I figured out how to monochrome with it. Problem is, it could only monochrome red, green, blue, not combinations like cyan. Shift works.
Oh.
Um, so we now have an internal function for bit shift, script function that lets you pick from monochrome presets, which use bit shifts. Except then there's tint and monochrome, which are functions that do not use that system and instead use the one that I thought of because I went, I'm being a because I went, I'm bit shifting the colors to remove the color. Can I not just add or subtract an arbitrary value to the colors? And voila, that's what tint is. You add or subtract an arbitrary amount to
It's
the colors. Crazy binary bit shifting, add and subtract.
Right. All right. So, well, that's
Okay,
interesting about.
back to rules.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and scrolling down works. Broken mirror and weapon interaction. Broken, if something says broken, it's off at the bottom.
Yep.
Um, and tab two, all the stuff with side view ladders and side view platforms is entirely up to you based on how you want them to work, and this is very configurable. So,
Okay.
for instance, always face up means when you're grabbing a ladder, you
Right.
face up.
I think these are pretty
Side view platforms
self-explanatory.
is self-explanatory. When that says press down plus jump, we don't have a dedicated jump button yet. That is something that has been discussed. But in this case, that means down and use the rock's feather will fall
Oh,
to
this
a
rule is
flat.
interesting. The drunk inputs one.
Um, oh yeah, so basically, falling through side view platforms with respect drunk inputs means if you give the drunk state, which
Right.
is
Yeah, you'll
side
fall
view platform,
drunk.
it can make you fall through.
That's actually kind of
And
funny.
yeah, pressing down will not grab it was because Zarya didn't like that I made up or down. So I'm like, here, if you want it, it's an option. And then obviously, custom combos and slash two is generally a good thing, so you should probably check both of those no matter what.
Oh, all right. Let me just quickly jump back into those. The second from the bottom and third from the bottom, or the
Yeah,
both the bottom one.
anything of something works on layers 1 and 2, you probably want. The downside is it requires a bit of extra looping, so it adds a little bit of more stuff that the engine has to do every frame, but it lets stuff work on extra layers, which is generally useful.
Well, right.
Oh, hey, Quest rules weapons. I've not seen this menu before.
Oh,
This was
all right.
added since I've last looked at stuff.
So I
Vanilla
guess
weapons.
should we just leave it
NPC
then?
weapon uses unique sprites for customing weapons. I don't know what that does. Angular reflected weapons. I remember what that was. That was if you have an angular weapon and it bounces off a mirror, it will actually
Oh,
affect the angle. I
oh
think it's
wow, that is
super fun.
amazing.
That sounds really cool if it works.
Well,
I
that's
have
the
not
thing,
seen it
and
in action.
there aren't
I'm
many.
guessing it probably works decently if the RAM earns it, so
Well, yeah,
probably fine.
and the thing is, there really isn't many. There really aren't that many organically angle shooting objects in Zelda Classic. Not
Yeah,
except
so
for
like
statue shooters are literally the only thing. So that really
yeah,
isn't that significant.
Garaya threes is it?
Oh, would their boomerangs reflect?
No,
Oh, you're just saying that
but
they're one of the only other things
they
that have an
they're
organic angle.
angular.
Yeah.
They're angular. They aim straight at you from any
Right.
angle.
Right.
Uh,
Yeah.
okay. So that's probably it for weapons. Is if you want to try that out, then not, then whatever. But
Mm.
then quest rules items, which is much smaller than it was in 2.53.
Oh, I remember. I remember.
Yeah, this was one of my biggest projects when I started out. When I started out, I literally walked in. I didn't know C++.
Oh boy.
I found an issue with lens where all you know how there's new flags. There's the max flag you can place for combo flags is higher now.
Oh yeah,
All
that
the
is
new
right.
flags acted like the lens marker to the lens,
Hmm.
which was not good. So I reported that, and I went, it would be nice if this could be fixed quickly. And Zari basically was like, "You want it fixed? Why don't you look at it yourself?" And I'm like, "Well, where's the source?" He linked it to me. I'm like, "Any general idea?" He's like, "It's probably this file, this file, this file, this file, this file, or this file." So I scanned through them, and it was a switch case with missing cases. He didn't add cases for
Oh
Z.
jeez.
So it was that simple.
That'd be a
So
problem.
I spotted it. And at the same time, one of the new features on the lens is a flag that I wanted to add, and I saw where to add it when I found that. So I basically said, "Oh, here's the fix. Also, can I like try something here?" And that's how I became a dev. I literally just weaseled my way in like that.
All
And
right. So
basically, the lens now has the option to not show secrets. So anyway, a lot of these rules you'll see say scripted and enemy. That's because it's an item flag on items, but
scripted
scripted weapons don't
enemy
have an item attached, and enemies don't have the flag. So those affect the non-item caused versions of those. So
scripted
like the
bomb.
scripted and enemy fire lights temporarily. If you go to a candle in the item editor, it'll now say temporary light is a flag, so you can toggle it individually for those. Those will eventually all be gone once we get all the flags set up for everything.
So does hearts required affects non-special items? So that means you could set a heart requirement for special items.
So hearts required is like the white sword takes 6 hearts to
Well,
pick
no,
up.
yeah, I know. Does that mean that
Um,
that
so
concept
what that would
applies to
mean
special
is, I'm
items?
pretty sure, say if you have an enemy drop bombs, but you say you need 5 hearts to pick up bombs, then you just won't be able to pick
Oh,
up the bombs the enemy dropped. Um, I'm assuming I've never touched it. That's an old rule. The only new rules here are the bottom three. Broken book magic cost. It's a broken thing, so probably good to uncheck. Reroll useless drops is really nice, and yes, I pretty sure I'm the one who added that one. It was a feature request that looked really cool.
does
So
that?
basically, reroll useless drops. So you don't have a quiver. You can't hold any arrows. An
Ah,
enemy would drop arrows. It rerolls
perfect.
it.
Nice.
So you just won't get those items. And then items ignore side view platforms means that items will fall through side view platforms.
Okay, yeah, you don't want that.
Self-explanatory. So then next is enemies. Enemies, enemies, enemies. Uh, uh, Looks like tab 2 is all that's really gonna matter. Enemies can go out of bounds off screen is potentially useful for scripted stuff, though I recall someone saying something about it being weird with Wizrobes. So I don't know if you want to check
Oh,
that.
nah.
Disable spawn and custom and friendly enemy types, you can uncheck.
Okay,
Those are just new enemy types, and that rule just makes it impossible to use them because compatibility shit.
gotcha.
So many rules are just compatibility, so there's no reason to ever have them on anymore. NES fixes, which
Pretty
should
much
all be
everything,
checked by
right?
one big thing. Items disappear during hold up. You do not want
Yes.
that.
Okay, where is it? Items
To
disappear.
the bottom of the
Yes.
first tab.
Turn that off. I've always hated that.
Um, yeah, because I've had shops, and I'm like, okay, here's my shop, and I pick up an item in my entire shop, but it's a scripted shop, and it's not supposed to do that, and it's like with defect, just what? So yeah, I had to ask Orion. He's like, oh, did you have this checked? And I'm like, oh,
Well, I'm referring to like
um,
in Isle of Birth, there were special golden enemies you'd beat, and upon beating them, a 100 rupee would fall, and a magic ring would fall. The magic ring has hold up, and if you're just so happen to be standing where the ring falls, the rupee is just like gone. It's like
oh,
great.
that's so awful. Okay, so quest rules other. Um, were you using a scripted subscreen? I don't remember.
No, I'm not.
Okay, then the normal subscreen rules apply to you for A button and whatnot, for however you want to worry about
Oh
that.
yeah, I want those on. Yeah.
Messages freeze all action is generally good. Um,
Well, actually, I do need that
yeah, that's
because I
generally
have
good
that
for a
that
lot of
intro
things.
cutscene. Is
Yeah,
yeah.
that relies on that. It may be possible to make something else that prevents that, but it's
Nah.
easier with freeze all action than to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Um, Healing Fairy Heart Circle centered around a Link is exactly what it says. Instead of being in the center of the room, it's centered around Link. If you
Yeah.
care, there's also the No Healing Fairy Heart Circle, which you have checked. So,
Yes.
no sound continuing skip continue screen. So skip continue screen is an interesting one. So if you want a custom F6 menu, what you can actually set up is, you know how when you F6 you get continue save and quit.
Right.
You can't cancel. Once you've gotten to that menu, you can't. And the thing with that is, in the engine, by the time you get to that menu, the Link object has already been destroyed. You're already
Oh,
gone.
interesting.
Um, which is also why your health and stuff doesn't carry over, because the object's already gone.
Oh wow. Oh, that is awesome to know. That's
Yeah, and
why
yeah, like, you are dead, you are
you
out,
you
you
don't
are done.
exist.
Yes, precisely. Because at that point you're in a limbo main menu type of state. An
Yeah.
F6 script, however, does not put you in that type of state. So if you make a nice F6 script, or say use the one on the database from Avataro because he has a nice one. He was one of the first people to test F6 scripts because he literally sat up with me for several hours, and by several I mean probably like 7 or 8, adding F6 scripts. He was the heavy tester on that.
Ooh,
Um,
nice.
and F6 scripts took a while. There are still a couple tiny things. Like if you're running, there are multiple scripts which use a system I designed at that point, which I call the continuous script system. Those being the global on launch, hero on death, F6, and active subscript. And if you are in any of those, it is impossible to run any of the others because they all share a variable that needs to be unique. And the main problem with that is if you have your active subscreen script running, you can't F6.
Hmm.
So that's a slight issue at the moment. One big thing though with F6 scripts is if you cancel, then you go to the normal F6 like pop up. So you want skip continue screen checked if you have an F6 script.
Right.
Because what that does is it prevents the engine F6 from taking effect
Okay.
and
I
only lets the script run.
I just noticed something in others too. There's no LR inventory shifting. Is LNR inventory shifting default now?
Huh?
There's a checkbox in Quest Rules others
You
too.
cut out.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's a checkbox saying no LNR inventory shifting. Does that
Yeah.
mean if that's off, there is a default LNR item shifting?
There always has been.
I was told the
Okay,
exact opposite by other people.
so let me say this: there always had, but it was always disabled if AB subscreen was active.
So with this box unchecked, I don't need an LNR shifting script.
Yeah, the only reason LR shifting scripts are required is if you had an AB inventory, because those were mutually exclusive features.
Oh,
Any non-AB inventory
okay.
removed LR shifting. Now you'll notice
Oh,
that we have LR shifting and EX3, EX4 A button shifting, which is why we separated the rule.
okay. I
Yeah.
see.
If you play a quest that doesn't have AB subscreen, you have LR inventory shift. It's
That
only
is
the difference.
true. Yeah, actually, that
Yeah,
is true. Now that
yeah,
is correct. I remember that incorrectly.
yeah.
So
Also, then there's the wonderful one there called disable fast mode, which
yeah.
everyone in the world will hate you for. The main reason that exists for to toggle. For instance, if you have a cutscene that needs to time with the music, uncap can mess with that.
I'm
So
considering
you
turning
can
it
turn
on
off
now.
uncap. Oh, no one will play your quest. Everyone will hate it.
Oh, believe me,
You will go speed up.
I use it all the time in quests. I just would love to
Yeah.
see reactions to people hating it.
No, like the best use I have of it right now is in Majora's Mask. I use it on the title screen, and I use it when you play an ocarina song.
Oh, oh, so it
Because
speeds up the song?
yeah,
Ooh. I wish
well, no,
that was always the case.
I prevent you from speeding up during the song
Oh, dang.
because the problem was the song wouldn't finish
Oh.
because you can't speed up a MIDI.
Oh, right. Okay.
So what would happen is my frame counter counting how long the song is before it would go faster, but the song itself wouldn't. So the song would just get cut off.
Yeah.
So disabling uncap prevents that from happening. That is the basic main legitimate use for that. Oh, by the way, no ammo required to display subscreen items is another nice one. There's a very particular glitch which we still haven't fixed, which that rule happens to fix as a side effect, which is basically, you know how if you're out of bombs, bombs don't show up on your subscreen?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So if you check that, then if you're out of bombs, bombs still show on your subscreen.
Well,
There's
I
actually two
mean,
modes relating to that because if you have a remote bomb and you have a higher level non-remote bomb, and you place a remote bomb, which is your last bomb, it, the subscreen code reads the higher bomb, goes that's not remote, goes okay, don't display it. So then you have a remote bomb placed, and it doesn't display that you have a bomb to detonate it with.
interesting.
Good thing is it actually still lets you select the bomb. It just doesn't. It isn't visible on the sub screen
So this means if I
because
spam my
blah.
bombs, so now bombs will still show up then. Okay. Um, I actually think I might turn that off because I kind of like it when it doesn't
Mhm.
display.
There is one precisely. Oh, your bow there is a bit messed up.
I as you can see, I kind of redid my entire menu, so I just didn't finish
Looks
it yet.
nice. Yeah. But yeah, so the ammo thing, some people like it just for what it is. The main thing is it fixes a side effect of a bug. Unless you're going to be making a ton of your items that don't normally use magic, you're not likely to run into it. Um, but it's a
Hmm.
random bug where stuff that uses magic will disappear when you run out of magic and then not reappear, even if you get more magic until you transition screens. Because
Hmm.
that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
So yeah.
Now we get to the fun rules, the rules that I've spent most of my time getting
Oh, and
angry at.
I didn't notice. Did you have Oh, you did. Okay. I only know you did because I have your GoST, so I know it's
Gotcha.
enabled. The log script errors to Allegro.log is useful. Compatibility.
Wait, hold on. Say that again.
Okay.
Say that last thing
The
again.
log script errors to Allegro.log in other needs to be on, but I'm pretty sure you have it
Is it in one
on.
or two? Oh wait.
It's in other two of the
Log. Okay, it is on. There was another Lego
yeah
run that was off. I didn't know if it was
yeah the log game events
on.
which
Okay.
you can turn on. It's not as important.
Yeah.
Most of the log game events, like when an item's created, when an enemy's spawned, etc., when you train screens, it logs that, so you know exactly in the log when you have it. Now note when it says Allegro.log, that also includes the open console. um
Hmm.
Anything that's logged is logged to both. So those are
Interesting.
interchangeable.
Okay.
uh so that can be useful in certain circumstances. Script errors are definitely important because you need to know that your script errored.
Okay.
Okay, so
The
no
fun
bug
ones.
identifiers. I don't. Eh. Continuous step triggers. That is continuous stuff. I've never. I kind of understand what continuous shit does, but I've never needed to use it. Fix up indoor solidity.
Question.
No solid dim.
Downward hookshot bug. What is that bug?
I don't know.
Interesting.
Better leave it off.
Yeah, it's a bug. Why
um.
would you turn it on?
Yeah. Yeah. P hats are vulnerable when frozen by clocks. That can be nice and convenient.
Yes, please. Didn't
Um,
actually notice that.
Screen pickup disables some of your special let me open this on mine so I can have better quality because my internet over here in Japan is not being nice.
Hmm.
Okay. Side view spike detection prior to 2.50.1 RC3. I don't. I don't. I don't remember enough about side view spikes. I know there's like three different behaviors it's had.
Well, it's
I
fine.
don't
It's
remember if
side
you want
view.
to
I do plan on having side view at some point, but it's not even close to. I'm not
worry
even
about it
thinking
when it
about
comes
it.
to it.
Yeah.
Infinite magic prevents items from draining rupees. That's a freaking fun one.
What? Why? Why does that need to be a thing?
Um, because in 2.50.2, if you have infinite magic and you have an item that has a rupee cost, or actually no, is that 2.50? No, 2.2 couldn't set that, could it? In earlier 2.55 versions, you could set an item to drain rupees instead of magic or whatever,
Yeah.
but it still checked the infinite magic instead of the infinite wallet.
Oh. Okay.
So yeah, use draw bitmap offsets prior to 2.50.2. I don't know which way you want that. Um,
I'll just leave it
and
as is.
tab two,
Old and
old
broken is
faster
all
sprite
off.
drawing. Yeah, old faster sprite drawing is technically faster because it doesn't allow a lot of new features like rotate and scale. Old
Yeah.
instant F6 menu is because technically with F6 scripts and stuff, when you press F6, what it does now, what it used to do is it used to say stop it, check F6. Now it goes set a flag, and at the end of this frame, if that flag's set, check F6. Because the F6 script needs to be able to run with a consistent script timing.
Okay.
Mainly, you can't have the script start running in the middle because then some global variables get fucked. So yeah. Broken A skip Y animation frames is a real fun bug, which was if you made an animation using A skip Y properly, and you set it to be really high number of frames and stuff,
Mhm.
you that it was going for less frames than it should because the math for determining it was wrong. And it took a while to figure it out. And if I remember right, it was missing parentheses.
Okay.
Yeah, it was missing parentheses. enemies, large enemies. They were also missing parentheses. Yeah. Enemies clip through top half partial solids. It's actually a thing that was commonly used in earlier versions to make enemies in places where the player couldn't, like swimming enemies in a water side view area where fake side view before side view. Um, is the thing that enemies only checked the bottom half of a combo for solidity.
Oh,
So if a combo was solid only in the top two parts, the enemy just walked right through it like it was non-solid. So if you don't want that to happen, then uncheck that, which logic dictates you probably don't want that to happen unless you're doing janky hacky shit that requires it.
yeah, I suppose.
Old side view ceiling collision is if you were uh, small hitbox, so 8 by 16, then you would bump your head as though you were 24 by 16.
Huh.
And if you were 16 by 16 with large hitbox, I think you bumped it as though you were 32. Because someone did side view. I redid all that around the same time I added side view ladders, and that rule enables the old behavior. So now it's fixed. Items set to 0 A-frames ignore A-frame changes. Don't want that one checked.
Okay.
So basically, if I have an item and it has 0 frames, then even if a script makes it say, no, you have 5 frames, it would ignore that.
Huh.
Because what happened is, when the item was created, it checked if it had 0 frames, and if so, it said it based on 0 or not 0, it said a boolean. And if that boolean was set to false, it just didn't animate. It didn't run any of the animation code ever. And
Interesting.
that wasn't updated if you wrote to A-frames.
Hmm.
So yeah.
So all these should
Old
be
enemy
off then.
knockback. Yeah, most of these should be. Well, a number of these should be off. Old enemy knockback collision. It is theoretically possible to have knocked an enemy through a wall. I think maybe.
Oh, jeez.
Knockback, I don't think. I don't think knockback was strong enough actually. But there's scripted knockback now, which means that yes, an enemy could be knocked through a wall if you did it with a high speed using scripted knockback. So what I did is I rewrote enemy knockback. So instead of just checking where it would end up, it's a loop and it checks each 8-pixel increment until.
Oh.
So yeah, now it won't clip through a wall.
Yeah, your mic keeps going in and out a lot. I think it might be
Uh,
because of the network.
Internet probably part of it, but I had to mute it right there because I had to cough. So weapons can go out of bounds. Might want it. Check clip for custom script type weapons on screen edge. Should kill the weapons when they go past the screen edge, and not before that. Which, without that on, it will kill it before the screen edge by a little bit,
Well,
which
hold
is
on.
different on each side of the screen. So you want that on so it kills at the screen edge instead of before the screen edge, but it doesn't kill at screen edge because something's wrong with that rule, and instead allows them to go out of bounds.
Well, wait. The whole thing that you said weapons can go out of bounds. Did you say I should have that checked?
It can be useful. So probably.
Yeah, but wouldn't that
I,
hurt my
I don't know if
boomerang?
it's been fully tested. Okay, if you have the latest update I gave you for the Gale Boomerang, it specifically expects it to go out of bounds.
So it won't
Because
return to me?
so the check clip for custom script type weapons,
Oh, okay.
what check clip do is make it so that it dies when it hits the edge of the screen instead of before. Instead, the check clip rule is making it just not at all and making it allowed to go out of bounds. So the check clip rule is letting it go out of bounds already. And without the check clip rule, remember how you had the times where you threw it and it didn't come back at all
Right.
and it just died? Yeah, check clip prevents that.
Oh, okay,
So
so
you
I
need
definitely want
yeah.
that.
Yeah, so you need check clip on, but there's a problem with check clip that's making it also allow them out of bounds. So I changed the script to account for that.
Okay.
So the script, because what the script was doing is it was using the engine killing the weapon as a note to bounce the boomerang back. Instead, I added a small check where if the weapon is off screen, also back.
Okay.
So now it won't have that issue.
With all these
Um,
rules, I'm
and
gonna jump in and see
yeah,
if everything's functioning.
yeah, and I have absolutely no clue what one that 92 diagonal walk speed does. So
I'm guessing because I do remember in earlier versions your diagonal walk speed would be a different speed than normal vertical horizontal, so I'm guessing it would revert back to
Mm.
that.
I love how the different walk speeds work though, by the way, because I added a recent array called hero steps, which allows you to modify. So basically, did you compile with the most recent version of the script?
I am most recent. I haven't touched scripts in a little while.
From the
Um,
file in Discord and my latest script.
I'm
Okay,
worried.
okay.
I am worried about
Check
that whole.
that pin and make sure that you have that version.
Uh, did you send me something? I gotta.
I pinned it. I pinned it. It was already sent, so it's pinned in our Discord now. So check the pins.
Okay.
Gale Boomerang, that's yes, at the top.
Yeah, I should be most recent though.
Just download it and double check.
Wait, hold on. Yeah, I will. I just want to
Like,
see this
yeah,
because I had
double
this.
check
I
it.
had this working like an hour ago, so I'm wondering what's going on.
Maybe not with the clip rule,
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's definitely messed up.
because you might be missing the latest fix I add, which made it work with the clip rule.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. All right. It says you sent it last Monday though. That is most recent.
Um, supposedly.
I think that might be a little dated.
That is the most recent file I with that name. Keep in mind that last Monday is like 3 days ago.
Yeah. Okay.
Is Discord wording. I would personally say this Monday for that, but or this past.
Okay.
But
I'm also going to change. I don't want to have ZC open up in full screen anymore for testing. Let's see, full screen. Where? Full screen. There you are. So if I set it to 0, then it won't be full screen. Gotcha. Gotta remember it's binary. Okay. Perfect. Let me just reset this. That is full screen. Interesting. Well, wait. I'm gonna quit this. For some reason, it didn't. I did save it. I don't know why it's acting like it didn't save.
did you have ZC open when you
Yes, I did. Oops. Okay.
recall that when you launch ZC, it copies everything in the config file into memory, and when you close ZC, it spits it back into the config file. So if you make any changes to the config file while it's running, they
Right.
don't do shit.
Okay, let's recompile. I did recompile and save, right? I'll do it
Okay.
again just to be safe.
Try to keep up with.
Okay, I just saved. Perfect. Am I not in Zelda Classic? There we go. Now I'm in. I'm not used to having this not in full screen. Okay. Yeah, and also, if you notice with my menu, it's not showing the zeros for bombs or arrows for some reason, despite the fact
We can
that.
look at that in a minute.
Yeah.
The main subscreen is one of the worst parts of ZC's code, and the reason why I advocate for using a scripted. Okay, okay, open that script file I sent you, and let's have a look.
Uh,
I'm just waiting for it to be that I forgot to send you a change.
oh wait, hold on. I'm stupid. I never
Oh,
actually like updated the
oh, you
script.
didn't copy? Okay,
Yeah. Okay.
that would also do it.
Yeah.
Ugh,
I'm gonna load my
copying entire
combos.
scripts into a main file.
I probably will change it.
You will get into better habits eventually. I,
Yeah.
I can't fault you because I started out doing exact. You're using folders properly, using even my. Did you copy the last brace twice there?
Yes, I did. I copied everything. At least I should have.
Oh no. Okay, no, you're good.
All right, good.
you copy differently than I do. So when you paste it, I'm like, wait, is that gonna put two braces there? But no, you copied and pasted the same way. So I should probably like look at chat at some point.
Is Boomerang not next to it? Ah, stupid Boomerang. Okay. Hey, she bounces. I
Hey, you bounce
also,
now?
yeah.
Yeah.
I also lowered the angle because I feel like it gives you a lot more precision with turning. You can be very aggressive with it now and really chase down like bats and keys.
Better ability to turn gives better use of the item.
Yeah. I think it's really nice right now.
So that does look nice. And is it triggering the?
Currently the way I have this fan trigger, it has not been triggering. Um, but I
Okay,
assume that was the next thing
let
we're gonna look at.
let's look at that then.
Can actually minimize Zelda Classic. That's nice. Okay.
Have you changed that since you sent me this file?
Changed what?
The fan.
I have nope. I have not touched this in a while.
Okay, then that means
So
this should be as I have here, which
yeah,
is unless I've changed anything. Do you? So what's just you open it. So edit the combo.
right. Well, basically, I'm just saying like I want when you hit this with the boomerang, it triggers the spinning combo. Just
So yeah, just edit the combo.
right. So I have it as you showed me, generic 94, and then triggered by number 2 is set to script 1.
Okay, attributes one.
Okay, yeah, these aren't anything. Triggered by 1 is nothing. Triggered by 2 is checked script 1. And Gale Boomerang is still script 1 item. Or L weapon.
Huh.
And it just doesn't do it. And let me just pull up my secret combos. Misk. I do have my spinning fan here. So, yeah, I don't know.
It's not turning into nothing either, so it's not invalid. It's not the wrong secret combo.
Yeah. So,
This is I mean, I've never tested this feature before, so I literally like you saw me asking Soraya for how to do it and then relaying that directly to you. So
eh,
like yeah, and you do have double check the QR there in Quest Rules combos too.
combo. Yep. Okay, so that's where the custom combos on layer 1 and 2 comes into play. I see.
Yeah. I am confused. Okay, place it on layer 0, just in case that rule is broken. Bug testing.
All right.
Welcome to alpha versions.
Well, to be honest, this has been how it's been for the last 2 weeks, so I'm used to it. Since
uh,
I've been finding, even before I was technically an alpha tester, I was finding a lot of
yeah.
issues.
Point we like a lot of the from old versions works. A lot of the stuff that is new, not so much.
Oh,
Um,
it triggered, but it didn't change the combo. Hmm. It did a
hold
thing.
it changed the combo to the right.
Hold on, I might have a flag there. Let me see if I have a flag there. Oh, I did
If
place a
you
flag there.
please tell me, God, that you have a flag there.
Yes, I put a flag there.
Okay,
Don't
thank
worry.
God,
Don't worry. It's not
thank
that
God.
broken. It's not that broken.
That would have been extremely broken.
Yeah, it would have. But
Remove the flag 94 and see what happens.
okay.
Maybe it's just broken, which would really suck.
Well, wait. If I remove flag 94, it shouldn't do anything, right? You're saying
Actually,
remove flag 94 from the combo is what you meant, right?
yeah, yeah. It wasn't
Okay.
placed on the screen. It was placed on the combo. So now try again to activate it
Jeez.
because I'm very curious as to I don't know what if anything this will do differently.
I would assume
Debugging.
this shouldn't do anything, right? Nothing should happen. Yeah, nothing
This should
happened.
trigger the fan. I mean, it should trigger the fan.
Well,
In fact, it should trigger both fans if you hit either of them now.
nope, nothing's happening.
Wonderful. We have a bug report for Soraya.
Oof. You
Or
know,
for me, if I feel so inclined, where the hell is code? I don't know. um,
I do have to say there is something very like I love watching this boomerang deflect on walls. It's just so satisfying to see this thing in action.
yeah, you've got a nice animation there for the wind too.
Yeah, I love it. Oh
And the
man,
best part about this is just how simple
I
the
know.
script is.
Man, when you showed it to me, like, okay, so of all the items I want, I figured this one would be the most challenging. It's just so simple.
Oh,
Like the
yeah,
thing.
no, see, the thing is, in 2.50.2.3, to do anything with a weapon, you had to have an FFC, logic, and all sorts of this and that and the other thing. And in 2.55, you attach, you don't even have an item script when you're using it. Just that's an engine thing where it just spawns a script one way.
Uh, yeah, this is. It's just so satisfying to see this thing in action. And
Question:
yep,
what flag was it that you had placed to the right?
I believe I had flag 16. Or yes, I think it was 16.
What
Wait,
was that?
it might have been 16. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was 16.
It was the like light bluish color.
Was it this one? No, it wasn't that one. Okay, let's try 16. No. Oh man, what was it? I don't know what it would have been. What would I have
Um,
placed there?
so I'm just gonna check a couple things and hope it's not them.
That's a yellow flag. Hmm. Well, I don't even know. Was it a boomerang trigger? No, it wasn't a boomerang trigger. I don't know. The only flags I would have imagined myself putting is either 16 or 31.
It's not the boot
No, it's
of
not
any sort.
boomerang. Someone just subscribed on one of my Zelda. What? Who does that? Well, thanks to whoever subscribed. I never in my wildest dreams would imagine someone would subscribe during a stream like this. But okay.
What flag did you have? I'm watching a YouTube live stream, which, unlike Twitch live streams, can be rewound live.
Okay.
So I can check what flag it was.
Oh, yeah, that is true. You can just simply rewind it.
One of the reasons I still call YouTube live streams superior to Twitch. The only reason, frankly, I still call them superior to Twitch. Especially like if I come in late to a stream, I can watch at 2 times speed from behind and catch up.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, you can't do that in Twitch?
No.
Hmm.
If you're in Twitch, you either have to wait for a full VOD to go up, or you need to. I need to increase the quality of the stream to be able to see it.
I cannot wait till I'm back at school. I'll be heading back to my university the 25th of January, and I'll be back to my gigabit internet
Looks to me
speeds.
like that looks to me like a night.
Oh,
It's a
what?
19.
It's why would I put? It's 19. That's not blue though.
That's the color. It's the like light blue cyan.
Huh.
So okay,
Let me quickly pull it.
place 19 and place 16 somewhere. Just place flag 16 through 30 on the screen in a row somewhere.
Oh God. Okay. All right. Well, here we go. Just have a nice little row of secret flags just to
Oh
see.
right, you're on a touchpad too.
Um, what do you mean a touchpad?
You,
What do you
you
mean?
don't have. Do you have a mouse?
Oh yeah, yeah. I have a mouse.
Oh, you have a scroll wheel then, and can use scroll wheel up and down while the flag is on your cursor to change the
That's a
flags.
thing? Oh my God.
That
Okay.
has always been a thing. Yeah. I can't do that right now. I wasn't gonna go through all the flags trying to find it. Also, the colors repeat every so often.
Okay, I just want to check how many. All right. Wow, they filled up the entire screen. Perfect.
So 31. Yeah. Oh, I'm probably behind because.
Yeah, I've put
Okay.
all
So
of.
now I want you to do me a wonderful favor and hit the wind target with the Gale Boomerang.
That's not too challenging. Believe me, like I said, I love seeing this thing in action, so it's not a pain to have to play with it. I cannot wait to make with by making the like making it more turnable. I have come up with a bunch of great puzzle ideas where you need to navigate it through a very tight corridor. Ooh, I can't wait for that. It'll be so much fun. Nothing
Uh,
happened.
okay. Try striking at the flags above you.
I don't remember what row I had them on.
They were in the row. There's one black square between the upper bumper and it.
Well, I feel like I've hit them all. I've kind of just been okay.
How did you trigger it before then?
I think it was still when the flag had flag 94 on it. The combo.
94.
I'm gonna put it back on.
Okay. Put that.
Yeah, I'm putting that back on. That's when it triggered. Let me see.
Okay.
Do
I
both of these have?
understand.
It's the same
If this
combo, but
if
okay.
this does what I think it will do, then I will be intrigued, and I will have a good idea of what's happening.
Okay.
In theory, this should trigger all of those secrets.
And is that the result we want?
No. Well,
Oh.
kind of.
Um. Oh boy. Well,
Well, yes, because 31 is a spinning fan.
but wait. I had flag. I get. Well, I play a.
So
I apparently placed 19 and not 31. That kind of irritates me, but it works. It does what I want it to do.
so well, not quite,
Well,
because it
yeah.
can turn the fan into that without you needing to do that. What's happening here isn't it doing what it's supposed to do. What's happening is it's triggering the trigger, but not turning it into anything at all.
Right.
However, you
Yeah.
have the screen flag set where once you trigger all triggers, it triggers all secrets on screen,
Huh.
which is meant to be turn on all the fans and the secrets for the room. So it's detecting that you did trigger all the fans. Therefore, it triggered all the secrets in the room. However, it didn't change the fan when you.
You're saying it didn't change the fan that I struck.
Yeah. The fan that you hit did nothing, and it's supposed to. However, it is triggering. It's just not
Right.
changing the combo.
Right. It changed the
The
combo of the flag. Well, I mean, doesn't that
it should
actually?
no, it should change the combo of the fan when you hit it because it's a trigger,
So you're saying
which
that?
tells me that your number 19 there is wrong. An error in how I told you how to do it based on an error in me reading combos.txt wrong, which means I'm pretty sure there was an update to that. I need to
So
go into my source files and find the absolute latest combos.txt and attempt to figure out what the fuck.
okay. So I have a question
Because
because I want to try to understand this. So this combo has flag 94. So essentially, is what's happening? Wait, what?
so
Why?
what flag 94 does is it means when
Oh,
you trigger on this combo, it does not trigger every secret on screen. It only. However, the screen flag trigger all triggers to perm secrets means that while each trigger will only trigger itself, once you've triggered them all, it triggers everything.
well, yeah, that's what it should do, right?
Yeah, exactly. Except it's not triggering itself.
But
It's
now,
supposed to trigger. So if you place two fans, like I don't know if the layer is working. The layer might not be counting, or maybe they're too close, so you're hitting them. Remove the one on the layer, and let's just
yeah.
focus on layer 0 right now. and put another one on layer 0 off to the left.
Yeah, I was just gonna
In
say that.
theory, it should um trigger the secrets you hit both.
So wait, so the fan that triggered in the upper right corner on flag 31 will only
That's
go.
just flag 31 because that's flag 31, and that's the secret you have set for flag
Well,
31.
no, hold on. So flag 31, that fan combo will show only once all the fans that I need to strike have been struck.
All secrets on the screen will show only when you've struck every fan.
Okay, so if I hit just one of the two fans, nothing will happen. Except
Should.
except the fan that I hit should change if I have
Yes.
it set to change.
So if you have two fans, if you hit one of them, that fan and nothing else should change. If you hit
Right.
all of them, then they both individually and every other secret on screen should trigger.
Okay. Now that makes sense, but there is still one more thing I
Think
want.
about it with torches. Light all the torches and the blocks disappear. When you light the torch becomes on fire, but the blocks don't disappear until you've lit all the torches.
Okay.
It's
This
the
this makes
exact same
sense
process,
now.
but with fans instead of torches.
Okay, so let's see. I have two fans. Let's hit one fan. Nope, one fan triggered the secrets. And neither fan changed to their spinning fan combo.
Now that is definitely a ZC bug and not a bug in Hard Combos.txt.
But now I do have another question. So the only flag on the non-spinning fans is 94. How does that know to change to the combo
The
that I have set
combo
for the
data,
secrets?
the combo data, you have if you edit the combo, you have secret type set to
94.
secret type. Attributes 1, secret type.
You cut out, so I think
Attributes 1, secret type.
okay. Yeah, 19. Oh, okay. All right. That now wait. That's why I said 19. I don't know why I thought flag 19. So, secret type 19, what does that actually do?
It should. Oh. So, I may have missed a small, tiny, important little line of text in combos.txt. You see that flag, that checkbox on the right that says secrets?
Yeah?
You might need to check that.
Oh boy.
I'm a smart person, I swear.
But now I'm curious, like secret type 19, what does that define?
Okay, so in combos.txt, it says that secret type 19 is the 16th generic secret, which should be flag 31. So that means when you hit this with the trigger, which right now is only LF and script 1, it should turn the. So this is line 217.
217?
Control G will let you go to line.
Okay, 217. Oh, secret 16. Okay.
Yes, but this isn't 16 to 31. This is 1 to 16. So the first secret is flag 16. The 16th secret is flag 31.
Oh, okay. So the secret 16 under 19 is flag 31. I see.
Lots of numbers.
Yeah,
Really not
that's
set up well.
that's
Zariah,
horribly described.
I don't know.
Two groups of 16 flags. That's like flag
I
16s.
don't.
That's rough.
Zariah understands. Nope. So, um, that said, try it now. And at the very least, the fan should start spinning. I have a distinct feel that it still might trigger after only one fan, which would be sad. That would be a sad day.
Well, let's hope it's not a sad
If
day.
it doesn't trigger after one fan and that fan starts spinning, and then you trigger the other fan, and then all the stuff triggers, then we're
Nope,
done and
it
we're good.
worked. It worked.
Oh,
Well,
I love hearing that.
no,
And then
it worked in the sense that I hit one fan and only that one
okay,
fan is spinning. Well, it
okay,
didn't trigger the secrets. I hit both
well,
fans. Both fans are spinning, but the secret did not pop up.
fun.
Hmm.
Okay, well,
It's not the
not
issue I was
as bad a
expecting.
bug as I. That is not what I was expecting for sure.
Hmm.
Uh, Yeah,
Interesting.
no, is definitely not what I was expecting to happen. But
Still not what we wanted.
how did? What the hell?
So while you're looking at that, I'm gonna try it on layer one and see what happens.
Yes, do that. Because in theory, custom combos should work on layers because you have the QR checked.
Well, yeah, yeah. So I should get the exact same result right
Yep.
now. Oh hey Augusto, you sent a message a while ago.
Um,
I didn't see that.
given I'm going to give a distinct random thought that they're going to turn into thin air instead of spinning fans, and if so, don't worry, I know exactly why.
Oh, you're saying if they just vanish?
Yeah, if they just hit them, don't worry, I know a good reason why that
Huh.
might happen.
So what happened is
Oh,
that's interesting. Did you see what happened?
what? What the fuck?
It like it like turned into the spinning fan combo, but on layer zero instead of on its same layer. It changed. It went down to layer
Oh,
zero.
Soraya!
That is interesting. That is actually very interesting.
That is very interesting and a very big bug.
Like it changed its own. It changed its own layer. What the
Because
heck?
Zarya, while he checked for the trigger on the layer, he didn't then make the secret go on the same layer.
Oh no. Okay. Okay.
Oh, a wonderful slew of bug reports, and it also still didn't trigger the thing. So what happens if you only have one fan?
Oh boy. Should I here? Should I have the fan on? It doesn't matter what layer, really.
Doesn't matter. Just try one or the other, and then if it doesn't give the desired result, try it on the other layer. So that's one definite bug report that I definitely understand why it's happening to Zarya.
All right. Cross your fingers. Trigger that secret. Hey, no secrets triggered.
Motherfucker.
Fan spins, but we
Um.
didn't get our new fan.
Okay, so that's two bug reports for Zarya. Yay! So yeah, that's about all I've got for you until Zarya comes in and fixes the stuff. So I'm gonna be tabbed out of watching the stream for a moment while I type out some bug reports.
Sweet.
Yay!
Okay, so the only
Uh,
other thing that I was interested in doing tonight was I really really want to get all of my scripted items completed, so that then I
ooh,
can
wonderful.
start.
That sounds cool.
Yeah.
Also, how long from now do you expect to be streaming, by the way? Because I have no sense of time zone.
Well, it's midnight for me, so I'm thinking roughly an hour. But you know how things go. It could be an hour and a half,
I
could
will
be
be
2 hours.
definitely good for that time because it's 3 in the afternoon here.
Oh, geez. Okay, yeah, you're fine.
Yeah, I have plenty of time to stay for the whole stream and then continue doing my probably studying, probably procrastinating, and then eventually studying.
Okay,
Uh,
so by the way,
no.
that one item that I said that I wanted to have slow enemies, I came up with another concept that I think will be more doable.
Oh,
Hopefully, we'll see.
and that would be
Um, what was it? I think I forgot. I'll pull it up. I have a document with all my important stuff.
ooh, this is
What was it? I
oh,
can't believe I forgot. Oh, also, I might want to share with you. Between finishing my mini quest and starting the main quest, I just jotted down general ideas and enemy ideas and boss ideas. Just ideas I had. Um, I might want to run that by you to see if there is something into that, if that is a thing that can happen.
what was that?
So I have a document that I worked on in between the end of my mini quest and the start of my main quest here, where it was just ideas of things that I thought would be cool, whether it be bosses, like how they act, items and such. I might want to run that by you to see if like there's anything that isn't
Sure,
feasible.
sure. That sounds definitely something I can do once I'm done with bug reporting. I had to archive a bug channel because we have no channel space on the dev server.
And definitely, like how you said you're going to add that Gale Boomerang to the database. I am totally open with any of my scripts except boss scripts being put on the database as soon as they're done. I just don't want
Ooh.
boss scripts on there because I don't need people cheating my bosses.
Hmm. Makes sense.
So So yeah, if you
Okay, so generic combo, secret issues. Okay, I'm just gonna mute my mic because I'm gonna talk while I type.
all right, but yeah, if you wanted to put any of those scripts on the database, feel free. Okay, so oh, actually, now that I look at this, I realize it could just be a level 2. Wow, that actually isn't even really a custom item. I could do that with the engine. Huh.
What's that?
The so it was the Scholar's Mind item that was going to be that thing where it slows down enemies. I just now realized it's literally just a level 2 Lens of Truth, where it will essentially cause a screen wide lens of truth for X amount of time. So essentially, like you trigger it and say for 30 seconds, all secrets that you can see with the lens of truth are visible, screen wide. And I just now realized I could
That
just
is
make it a lens
that
of
was
truth item.
possible. That was possible in 2.50.2. That's not even new.
Well, okay, but actually, it is a little bit different in the sense that it's
Lens width was always very
it'll
different.
be triggered by time rather than by hitting a button, which I still think is very easy.
So that no that okay by time rather than hitting the button is still gonna need a script then.
Well, right, yeah. That's what I realized. But still, like the actual lens of truth action is built in, so that shouldn't be hard to access.
Is
Or is that not true?
there's no way to call it other than simply using the lens of truth.
Hmm.
So you would mm, that would be see that's something that to you sounds easy
Yeah, but
but is deceptively not so.
yeah, how would you get access to that?
Either when you do it, they wouldn't be able to use items during that period because you'd need to force a lens of truth onto their item button and hold the button for them and
Yeah.
then remove it. Or you'd need to use a script to draw the secrets yourself.
Oh God, yeah. I'll try to think of
Which
something
you
else.
can do, but mm, yeah, the timer part is what kills that idea because that's not something you can do. Which is one of the reasons why I really didn't want to do a lot of shit with the lens originally, and is why the lens now has several new checkboxes. Unfortunately, make it be used for a certain amount of time and then let go was not one of those checkboxes.
Yeah, while you write those bug reports, I'm gonna try to think of what would be a good scholar's mind item. Because essentially, what these 4 custom items are, they're going to be kind of just another elemental ish item related to the goddess that they're associated with. Like the power din, that's Ganon's rage increases power. Hero's armor for courage, that kind of thing. And you said that the hero's armor is essentially just armor, like a ring, right?
What was it to do? Just reduce
So
damage?
incoming damage is reduced by something for so much time.
Yeah, you would just give a ring item and then remove it after so much time.
So that should be an almost instantly finished
Um,
script then.
of note, if you have other ring items, it becomes more complicated.
So like
Because what you need to then do is the rings don't stack. So what you would need to do is have each ring that you could normally have, and then have in older versions, I'd say you would want to have a version of the upgraded ring for each version of the normal ring, but not in 2.55. In 2.55, you can use item data, and you need to edit the defense of the special ring based on which normal ring you have. Like if
ways.
you want it. So if you have a ring, so if you have no rings and you want a 20% defense increase, reduce damage by 20%, done. If you have a ring that gives you 50% damage decrease, and then
Right.
this ability on top of that to stack those, you would need to the 20% would override the 50%. So you'd need to edit
Oh.
the 20% to be 70%.
So I would essentially need to check what ring is currently active and compound and
Yeah.
stack it.
Which actually there are a reasonable number of existing functions that would help with that tremendously.
So is that
Yeah, it,
is that
it
concept
shouldn't be
possible?
uh, not as simple as if you don't have rings in your quest,
Right.
but still, I would say pretty damn easy.
Okay.
Like it's
So
not
yeah.
even that complicated. It requires logic and thought to realize shit, these aren't gonna stack, so I need to account for that. But
Right.
as long
Yeah.
as you realize that and you take the time to account for that, which isn't bad, because there's a function you can do the current highest item you have of a given type. So you just call that with the ring type, and it'll return the highest level ring you have. So then you just read the defense property off of that, which actually you'll need to do depending on the checkbox because the value could be 2, meaning double defense if the percent flag is off. It could be 200, meaning double defense if the percent flag is on, because that flag changes the meaning of the value.
Right.
And if you're going to use the percent flag for everything, then it doesn't matter, though it could if you want it to be database. Which
Okay.
I tend to write everything that could feasibly easily be database as though it's for database, just so that it's a good habit to get in so that you code things to be generically accessible.
Right. Oh, and so this is another one of the items like Gale Boomerang, and this one was the one I was very concerned about. Death's Touch so instantly kills the strongest enemy on screen, but if the strongest enemy is a boss, it only does 25% of its damage.
So the sticker there is define boss.
Right. Okay.
Now that doesn't mean it's particularly difficult. You just need to have a way to define boss.
Right.
Because just if an enemy is a boss, well, you mean Z1 boss or
Well, see,
scripted boss?
okay, so this is the thing. This is the kicker. All of my bosses will be scripted. So
Okay.
I could just have a
So
nice variable to define it then, right?
what you would probably want is a particular value,
Yeah.
and if that value is present, it means it's a boss.
Right.
Which actually is there just pulling up the enemy editor because trying to remember if I'm absolutely stupid and there's just a simple there's never returns after death. There's ability, graphics attributes. You could specify it as an attribute.
Okay.
Or you could specify it as a defense type.
Okay. But
So
essentially, it
then,
is possible,
actually,
definitely.
yes, you could specify it as you can make it be an L weapon of type, let's say, script 10, that has the size of the entire screen. No, because, well, it'll hit. No, because if it hits an enemy, it hits other enemies. You could just use a defense type for it, though. Like,
Okay.
you can check a defense type and do a switch on a defense type and do different things based on different defense types. So,
And then I'd have a cooldown on that item, so you use it and then you need to wait X amount of time. That's simple. Just don't execute until the time
yeah,
is.
so for an item script, if you have a multi-frame item script, the fun thing is, while the item script has not yet ended, you cannot use it again.
Oh,
So
so just
I
keep it
literally,
running.
yes, so I have a Thanos snap script on the database,
Yep, yep.
which kills half of all the enemies on the screen, and the
Ooh.
cooldown works. It literally just does a long wait frame at the end.
Wait frame of 3600 frames.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's
Perfect.
like, yeah, that works.
Wow. Okay, so all of my custom items work then. That's awesome. And then so then I have a series of items that will essentially just be a simple. This I feel like will be very simple. It's a trading sequence.
Trading sequence.
I'd
That's
imagine that's very simple.
it, probably.
Like the items aren't usable. They just pop up in your inventory. It's like, oh,
Yep.
you got a
Just pass
bucket.
them
Talk to
whenever you
this
want. Yep.
NPC. Give it to him. Okay, change it. You can, yeah.
I really wish you were using Tango. I mean, the thing is, I say that in all technicality, you don't need a script for that at all. Because in all technicality, you can do that with string control codes.
Wait, my trading sequence?
Yeah, I mean, to talk to the NPC would need a script to pop up the message,
Oh, I have
unless you
that.
wanted to use room guy NPCs. And technically, you could do a trading sequence with room guy NPCs and string control codes. It would just be ass.
Well, actually,
Uh,
so the thing is, there's something interesting. I have a script that I pulled from the database. It's essentially it's a signpost script where you go up to a signpost and you know
okay,
read the
I
sign.
know that I know the type may well be the one I used in my first quest, my first quest that used scripting, which was my second quest. So
Okay.
I had to modify it even in my own because it only allowed you to talk to it from below because it was a sign script, so it could talk to an
You know, I
NPC.
did the exact thing. In fact, not only did I do that, I also added a little A button tile that will float and it'll follow Link too to show that you can when you can hit A to speak
So
to it.
you say this, and and I really wish. I mean that works. That does definitely work. And actually, that is mostly exactly what I do even with Tango. To be honest,
Well, no, I mean
I
I'm
wish you
saying
would use Tango for the message box.
I did that and I tested it and it works. Like I have a little
Yeah.
A that'll float, and it's
Yes.
I'm very
My point
happy about it
being,
because I did that myself.
my one problem with what you're doing is that you're still using screen message. You're still using the engine message box.
Yeah.
Tango, I'm just telling you, is really nice. You ever want to be able to say yes or no to an NPC? You
Uh.
can do that with Tango very easily.
Hmm.
Or pick from a list of options, or
Okay.
any number of things. Tango is the go to for tech stuff. And before I used Tango, I went, oh God, how am I ever going to get into that fancy shit? Now that I've learned Tango, I go, oh God, how could I ever not use Tango?
Hmm. We'll see. We'll see.
I will tell you, I have a so Tango is a header. I have a header called Tango Handler, which specifically makes it easier to be introduced to Tango.
Hmm. Okay. So you
And
essentially have a complete
also,
tutorial of it.
and it comes with an FFC shop script. So you can make real nice shops too.
Ooh.
And like with the shops, you talk to the FFC, which displays the item on it, and it actually did
See,
I who did I design that for? I designed that for someone. Was
my only issue is that I don't want anything too crazy because, as I've said before, I do still kind of want to have a fairly simplistic and classic feel to this
okay.
quest.
So here's the thing. With Tango, you can make your text boxes super damn fancy, or you can make them look exactly the same as classic, but be able to have yes or no pop up.
I definitely could see that being. If I had that functionality, I would probably use it at some point.
Like, yeah. And also, big thing, especially in 2.55. So with my Tango handler script, there's two really very important functions in my Tango handler. Show message and wait and show string and wait. So what those do is if you call show message and wait with a number, it goes into your string table to that number and plays that message and waits for that message to finish before resuming the script.
Hmm.
If you do show string and wait and you give it a string literal, it will show that string literal and wait until that message finishes to resume the script.
Hmm. Yeah, maybe I will look into that actually.
It
And
is really nice. The one main thing is freezing the screen needs to be set up, which there is the Tango slot freezing, and I never did quite. remember how to do that. It has a setup. I would be glad to look into it with you. I
Who
should probably put that in the header.
who made Tango?
Safeth,
Wait, who?
prior ZC dev,
Oh, okay.
same one who made Ghost.
Oh, all right. What was his name?
I'm going to type it to you because
Yeah,
that I it tongue twisters me a little, which is
yeah.
the
Safith.
the f and the sound
Yeah.
far too close, even though they're not the same.
Okay.
But yeah,
So anyway, so you did the bug reporting then?
I see you're talking to me, so I
Well,
have
right,
to
right,
do
right. Yeah, I'll let you. I'll
that.
let you do that.
And the screen flag. I need to look at the screen flag. That's why I had ZQ open. Screen flag, screen data. Hit all triggers from secret.
That's done, which is
Okay, bug reported and pinged to Zaraya.
very okay. Okay, so one quick thing. So with that Ganon's Rage I had, which changes the power of an item,
Yep.
um, is there a way? Because currently it's just set to one item that's passed in via parameter. Is
You want it to be
there?
an array?
Huh?
You want it to be an array of items?
Well, like I would like
A
it to
diverse
affect
set of
all.
items?
I'd like it to affect all damaging items. Any weapons with
So,
power.
okay.
Or wait, actually that doesn't matter. If an item doesn't have power, it would just be 0 times whatever, which is 0. So
That
just
is not at all true.
what?
Power is Rock's Feather's jump height.
Oh, well, attack strength basically.
So you need to pick the item type specifically.
Oh wait, so you're saying if that affected Rock's feather, you would like multiply the jump height?
Yes,
Oh jeez. Well, it
because power is how Rock's Feather knows how its jump height is. Power is if you go into ZQ in the item editor quick,
well, I'm not going to have a Rock's feather, so I don't know.
it doesn't. Okay, just go into ZQ in the item editor and pick any item.
Uh I'll choose a Rock's feather. I do see that it's jump power. It pulls from the same spot.
Yep, jump power, that's power. So now pick a different item. It's right above the Rock's Feather. Pick a ring.
Oh, I see. It affects everything.
It, anything that uses that box. That box is item data. Doesn't matter what the text says in ZQ. That box is item data power. So
Huh.
that will double your defense with a ring. That will damage divisor of 10.
I didn't really. I just put a number in there. I haven't really gone through these thoroughly
So
yet.
that means you take 1/10 damage. Uh, actually,
It
yes. I was about to say, unless you have the box check, but actually, 10 is the one number where that doesn't matter. Because if it's a 10 in percent, you take 10%. If it's a 10 in divisor, you take divided by 10 damage, which is the same thing. Um, yeah.
I'll make these more reasonable, but it doesn't matter. I'm gonna go
Tell
through
you,
all these.
one thing to say: 0 as a divisor makes you invincible.
Interesting.
Because you take,
Jeez.
if it's a divisor, then that's technically a divide by. So I think it just says you don't take damage. If it's a percent, you take 0% damage, which is times 0, which is
So
yeah.
okay, so if I
Okay, so here's the question: what item types do you want it to affect? You have to pick them.
so item type, so like swords,
Yes.
boomerangs, candles. Okay. So this won't be as bad as I thought. I thought I'd have to actually have an array of every individual item.
No,
Okay,
because
that's good.
there's a function that will get you the current item of each type. Now, the one problem with it, is that if you get a new item after activating it, the new item will not have the effect applied to it until you use it again.
Bah, I'm not too concerned about that. That's a very
Yeah, I
specific
figure that's fine.
situation, so
Yeah.
I'm not too
Also,
worried.
you're not going to be doing anything outside of Void Run here.
Oh yeah, I don't really know. Okay.
So okay, let me pull up.
Well, I don't need a parameter here either then, since I'm gonna preset
Yeah, no, you
everything.
don't. You can get rid of the item ID parameter as well. You just need duration. And let me pull up my wonderful STD functions and find it is get highest level item owned int item class.
Wait, so I don't need this. I don't even need that load item data. I don't even need that either, do I?
You will need several of those, in fact,
Oh,
but
okay,
not yet.
okay.
Is this no? Okay, open your stdfunctions.zh because I'm
STD
looking at mine right now and it has an old version of a thing, and I'm worried that Zaraya did something.
STD functions.zh. Is that just in the same directory?
It's in include stdzh.
Include STD. Uh,
Include
what? Like where am I
includes
looking?
include slash std dot
Oh,
okay
includes. I'm sorry. Okay.
include
STD function. Why are these not?
stdzh stdfunctions.zh, which for the record you probably want to associate .zh with Notepad++.
Yeah, I guess I hadn't done that yet. Okay, so what am I looking for? What function?
Get highest level item owned. Just Control F.
There it is. Okay, let me just copy this declaration
So that's
here.
get highest level item. You want highest level item owned, so scroll down a little bit.
Get highest level item, highest level owned. Ah, gotcha. Okay, perfect. Okay.
Tell me that is okay. Thank God, I apparently have an outdated one, but you have the correct
Do you
one.
want me
Okay,
to send it to you?
so um, I I can pull it. It's probably on the. It's probably in my other folder. It's just I don't have it the right std.ch in this folder, which is worrying for me. Okay, so basically, the main reason. Notice that has a dash v there being my signature, being I updated this because the previous version did 3 for loops consecutively and array sorting, and I'm like, Zariah,
Oh
why?
God.
And he's like, oh, this is a really slow function. And I'm like, why is it? It should just do this. And he's like, no, but that won't give it the right result. And I'm like, but the engine itself literally just does this. So it would give the identical result to the engine, which is what it's supposed to do.
What? Wait. Quick question. What sorting algorithm was he using? Do you know?
I have the function in front of me because I have the old version. So for int I equals 0, I less than equal 255 plus plus ID equals game load item data I. If ID family not equal item class, continue. Items at I equals ID level. Then for int I equals 0, I less than 256 plus plus I. If items at I is greater than 0, LV equals items at I, levels at LV equals I, which I think that is because of a 2.50 thing that wouldn't let you do an array indexing within an array indexing. And then for int I equals 0, I less than 8 plus plus I, if link item at levels I, cur item equals levels I.
I don't even want to know what that complexity is. Oh God.
So basically, he sorts through every item, and finds items of the item class. Then it sorts through every item of the item class and picks an item from that level for levels 1 through 8.
Good
Meaning,
Lord.
oh, sorry, levels, no, because greater than 0. So no, yeah, 1 through 8. Right. No, 1 through 7, because 8, no, because it doesn't use the 0 index, and it's only 8 size array, so it's 1 through 7. So if you have a level 8 item, it would never find it, ever. um, so yeah, so basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to want, okay, so what you're going to hold off on the for loop for a moment.
Oh, all right. getting ahead of myself, I
So
guess.
above the for loop, you're going to want also never I plus plus, always plus plus I.
I I've always done I plus plus in everything,
Plus plus I
literally.
is literally better. It actually makes a difference.
Oh, is it actually? Is it because it's one less iteration?
No, what it is if you do plus plus I, it's what's called a pre-increment,
Well,
which
right,
means it
yeah.
adds one to I
It
and then it
increments and
reads
then
it.
uses it.
If you do I plus plus, then it reads it, but then increments it. But then it stores. So what it has to do is it uses an extra register to store the value, and then it increments it and stores it back into its variable, and then it uses the stored value. So you have
Oh,
extra pushes and pops involved. So it is actively worse.
that actually makes sense because if you do a pre-increment, you're instantly using it. It's not having to store it until after the operation. It
Yeah,
instantly uses
it
it.
just it just it just goes. With post increment, it is actively slower. The only time you should use post increment is when there is an active difference where you need post increment. If
Huh.
it doesn't matter what you use effectively, always use pre increment,
I'm gonna
which is
need to
why you're
talk to my.
noticing that
I need to
snippet.
talk to
Oh,
my professors
and for the
about that.
record, I my buddy Noah Kool-Aid Wannabe, he's in that one server with us, though he doesn't talk much. But he has been learning coding with me, and at the time Zariah first started pushing this, I told him this when I was teaching him some coding, and he immediately I was teaching him in Java because that's what I was taught in, so it's easier for me to teach
Right.
people. And without all the memory management stuff of C++, I figured it would be a bit easier for him.
Oh yeah, I know
But
that.
we literally we ran a test in Java, and we got the system time, and we did an elapsed time check after just doing I plus plus 10,000 times, and then we did the same thing with plus plus I, and exactly as I had said, it was 2/3 the time spent with pre-increment as with post,
I'm
which
gonna.
that was like a couple minutes.
I
One of the tests we did, I don't remember how high we went, but it was actively a couple minutes faster.
I need to actually talk to my professors about that because they should teach that. That's important.
um, yeah, my professors taught the post increment too. It's not good.
That is weird.
But anyway, so what you want here first is you're going to want to define the item classes. So int item classes, which will be an array with unspecified size.
I think. How do you define arrays here? I think it's like this so far. So I have int item class braces equals and then equals what?
And it's going to be an array initializer, so curly braces, and then a comma delimited list of classes.
Uh,
So you're going to need to find all the classes you want to be part of this, which are the IC underscore constants in stdconstants.ch. So I would open that file
got it. Oh yeah, and look for all my item constants. I do not
and
know.
just control F for capital I, capital C, like just control F, capital
That's
I, capital C underscore. I'm probably behind. I need to
oh, and the
refresh.
underscore. Okay. Yeah, I've got to go back. There you go.
Uh, Oh, you do. Oh God, you don't have wraparound checked. Check wraparound in that goddamn find replace, please.
Oh, okay.
That way, if you
Oh, here we
don't hit
go.
none.
I've
Yeah.
got
Okay.
them.
So here we are. So these are all the item classes. If you want the power to be doubled, put it in the array.
Okay, so you're saying in here, this is. I'm not familiar with defining an array like this. So
So
how?
it's a comma delimited list. So if you wanted arrows and swords only, IC underscore arrow, comma IC underscore sword.
Okay.
It's a
Oh.
comma delimited list.
Oh. Okay. It's coming
It,
back to me how all this works
yeah,
now. I do actually know
this is a
this.
thing in yeah, this is a thing you should probably know. So
Oh wait, do I
it's
need to put the?
in a number of languages.
Yeah, I do actually. Nah, never mind.
The power of the bow and arrow is on the arrow, for the record.
That's what I figured.
Same as it's the thing you select.
Uh, do I want bombs? Because see, the just thinking realistically, it's increasing the power of Link. That doesn't strengthen bombs. It strengthens how hard he shoots a bow and arrow, but
Then
it doesn't strengthen.
then do bombs. There you go.
No, I'm saying I don't want to do bombs.
Yeah, that's what I said. Then don't do bombs
Oh, I thought
because
you
it
said do
makes sense.
bombs. And Link can't.
Maybe I cut out because Discord is being a bitch.
Well, I don't know because then that logic kind of applies to the candle. He can't exactly burn any hotter. Well, you know what? Let's be logical here. Let's see.
Yes.
Didn't Spire?
B-Rang, I would think, would double.
Boomerang would double because he could throw.
Yeah,
And same thing with Hammer. Hammer would double too because he
yeah.
can
So,
swing that thing.
so you pass B-Rang.
Oh, did I? Oops. B. Oh, it's B Rang. That's right.
Yes, it's literally B-Rang. There's a reason I said B-Rang and not Boomerang
All
because it's
right.
literally B-Rang. Uh,
Okay. Wait. So, question: if I were, what is the power of flippers? Is that the swim speed?
the power of flippers.
Please tell me it's swim speed.
The power of flippers is unused.
Dang, that would have been cool if it could have made you swim faster.
There are variables for dive length and dive cooldown now, but they're not power.
Hmm. Could I incorporate that into my script to affect the dive power, perhaps?
It would be something to hard code.
Well, yeah,
Also,
I understand that.
also it would unlike weapons and stuff, I think it would retroactively wear off. So like if you have a dive length of if you go from 30 frames to 60 frames and your effect wears off at 45 frames, you will immediately stop diving. Instead
Oh,
of it lasting the 60 because you had it at the start. Because that's a thing that's checked every frame, not when you launch the weapon.
huh.
Yeah, for any item class, if you want to know what its power does, just ask, and I can definitely tell.
Yeah. There's not as much here that I thought there would be more involved in this. There's only four things, it seems.
Do
Just arrow, hammer, B-ring, and swords? I almost want to look at my items and just see, like, just is this it? Like, I just felt like there was gonna be more than this.
bow is apparently arrow speed.
Bow is arrow speed.
Bracelet is the push combo level.
Well, the bracelet wouldn't. This is straight up damage output increase. So okay, so arrow
Yeah.
speed will make you shoot faster essentially.
If you did bow, that'll make the arrow that you shoot move faster.
Okay, and then
If it's non-zero, which it by default is zero, so I don't know exactly what that'll do. If you set it to one, I'm not familiar. So theoretically, it might do something. I don't know why compasses have a power. It's not labeled
wait,
as anything
really?
other than power. It just says power.
Why is comp? Well, you're saying it has a power. That is funny.
Like instead of saying unused like most things, it says power.
That is weird.
Also, custom item classes 1 through 10 say unused. 11 through 20 say power.
Huh?
Din's fire damage, but that wouldn't make sense.
Can we blow the ocarina harder?
Don't think so. Hammer damage you have. Heart containers have power. Heart pieces have power. Heart burners is
Hmm.
unused. Hearts have power apparently. Hook shot damage.
I was thinking about
Not
the hook
not
shot.
that damaging hook shots are a common thing, but
Well,
if you have a damaging hook shot, it does have damage as its power.
actually, like I do intend on my hook shot on doing some damage. It'd
Ice
be.
rod.
Oh yes. Well, like, do you think this should affect the wand? Like, that's something I was thinking about. Like,
It.
it's not really a power related item.
Mm,
It's magic power within the wand itself. Like with bombs, bomb explosion is with the bombs itself. It doesn't really. It's self contained power. So I think I'm just gonna stick with what I have here. Wait.
I'm just gonna keep scrolling.
Yeah. So far, I just have arrow, bow, hammer, B-rang, and sword. That makes sense. Like I think that's all there would be.
Script. Oh, script weapons. Didn't by the way.
Wait, what? The
Um,
you cut out
so
there?
your Gale boomerang can do damage, and it's not a boomerang; it's a script one.
Oh, so yeah. What do I put for that then?
So IC underscore Probably script one. It's probably in there somewhere.
Well, it wouldn't be in the constants, would it?
It would be in the constants as IC underscore script one or something.
Oh,
If
I
it's
see.
updated.
Yeah, I don't have a script one in here for item types.
Zarya.
Wow, that is
I'm still in
cool.
my updated STD, so I can't check myself. Let me find STDZH STD constants fully updated version and IC underscore script. Nope. Wonderful. It doesn't exist. Um,
But
yeah,
if I
that's an issue to report. I'm gonna report that. Missing constants. Where's the STD? ZH channel in the Discord. STDZH.
but do I if I have script one in there, will it still affect it?
You would need to know the literal number for the IC script one, which I can get you if you give me a minute.
Oh, I see. Okay, so instead of the
You
constant,
need
just
to
put
know the numeric value of the item class.
right. Yeah, I see.
There are ways you could check this on your own, but it's probably easier to just let me check this
Well, of course, yeah. Just give me the straight up number.
The way to check on your own, for the record, would be to change the Gale Boomerang script to get the parent item and trace its family.
No, thank you.
But I can probably I type scripts. That is not where I would have expected it. Oh, okay.
Weird organization there.
He jumped to 256 to start scripted weapons to keep them separate from old weapons.
Two five
Oh,
six.
no, that's because of the ZZ item classes. That makes because those don't have constants because they're not real things in the engine. Okay, no, Zarya, what have you done? I don't know what's what now because there's iType script 1, iType script 2 through iType script 10. But a bit lower down, there's iType scripted 001, iType scripted 002.
Oh my god.
Zarya. There's also I type Ice Rod, I type Temp Last, I type Ether, I type Bombos, I type
Whoa.
Quake, I type Powder,
Hold
I
on.
type Trowel, I type Instrument, I type Sword 180, I type Sword GB, and I type Fire.
Wait. Did you say
Most of those obviously are
did you say
new.
ice rod?
What was that?
Is there a default ice rod item?
There is. It's in the item editor right now, and you can use it.
Really?
I don't know if it does anything.
I thought
So
I'd have to script that.
we're adding it. One thing of
Awesome.
note is the if you notice an enemy defense called freeze solid, that doesn't work yet. That's not done yet.
Oh, but you guys are working on that because I do want an ice rod.
Yeah. So the problem with that is that solid enemies or frozen solid enemies are solid, which
See.
first requires solid enemies to be a
Oh,
thing,
I see.
which is not easy. Though actually, fun thing, I didn't. As far as I knew, there had been no progress on solid stuff. I hadn't heard a word about it. And glancing through the code, I saw a little bit of new code for solid FFCs recently, and that gives me
Interesting.
hope
And you know what's
that
funny?
it's getting done.
So, like, having an ice rod would be cool, but the main reason I want one is because with having my items in my subscreen, as you can see right now, I have it like a 4x4 for the main items, and there's one open space. The way I had it before was 5x3 for 15 items, but I didn't like how much space it took because I like having enough
Okay,
space
so
between each
it's I
item.
type. So it's I type script 1. So what you'd want to do is go to your script
Okay.
and for now just let's go to the Gale Boomerang script.
Okay. Scale. Okay.
And above it, outside of the scope of the script, so outside of a weapon script Gale Boomerang, just above it, it can be below start if you want it to,
Or I'll put it in the
or above
constants
start,
and globals.
or there, sure. Uh, define actually one thing of note. See that type def constant define, type def constant config, type def
Yes.
constant
You want me to
commit.
make another one?
You can take that and put it at the top of your file.
Oh yeah. Wait. Why didn't I do that? I should have done that.
Like, just take all three. For the record, well, you can take those constants too.
Well,
But
yeah, yeah.
one thing of note is that now if you have another script that wants to declare a constant named default sprite, it's not gonna work. You're gonna get an error.
Oh,
That's why I put it in the script.
yeah. Good point, actually. Good point.
So yeah,
I didn't realize that.
that's one reason for constants that were in script scope to stay in script scope. Type def there.
Yeah.
Good thing about type def, it's type defing define config and config v as const int and config is const bool. If you put another type def somewhere else that says type def constant define, it will not conflict. It will go, yeah, okay, I already have definition, but that's just the same thing, so you're good.
Wow,
So
interesting.
it won't conflict. Now, if you said type def const npc define, then it would go, no, it can't be constant and const npc. Something's wrong here. But you can take the type defs and put them on,
Yeah, wow.
and that'll work.
Is that how it is
Um,
in like C++ and Java?
Good question.
Interesting. I'd like to know if I could apply that to my future projects.
That is a good question. Java, I don't even know of a type def in Java. It might exist. If it does, I've never heard of it.
Well, I don't
It
think
most has it.
there are what are essentially type defs, but they have a different name. What are they called? They have a different name, but there is essentially a type def in Java. Rap, what are they called? I've used them.
Are you talking about generics?
Uh,
That's because that is different.
no, I don't know. I don't remember
So
exactly.
like when you define an array list and it's array list of string or like array list of integer and it's a type of your choice, that's generics.
Well, no, yeah, I know about that. I'm not talking
Okay.
about that. I'm thinking of
Okay.
something
Then you're talking about
else.
something that I don't know about. So
Whatever. Well, so you wanted me to
anyway,
make another
so
type def?
no, I just wanted to put those there
Oh, I thought
because
you're.
now they're not in the weapon script, which means you can now use those anywhere in this file.
Oh, and you want me to use that for this then,
Yes.
huh?
So now I go back to actually no no actually I did want I'm not smart. I did want you to put constant here, not type def, which is why when you said you wanted me to put another type def, I said no. But you should put a constant here, which is define ic underscore Gale Brang. No define.
Oh,
You have define.
oh wait. How
The
is? Oh, it's caps. Okay.
Yeah. Actually, lowercase works technically too, though I prefer caps because it's constant, and I like caps for constants.
And it
So you
looks like.
don't need const there
Yeah,
at
I'm
all because
noticing
define
that.
is constant. Um, so const define would be const constant.
Right.
And then this equals. Normally I would have you have it equal the constant that exists, but since none exists, 256.
Oh, I see.
In STD constants, there should be define IC script 1 equals 256. There just isn't.
Oh, so it's something that should already be there but isn't. I see.
Yeah, I reported it in the appropriate channel.
Okay.
It's just not been updated, so it's just isn't. But so technically, you shouldn't need to set it to 256. You should be able to set it to IC script 1 to say script 1 items are Gale boomerangs, but it's not updated alpha blah. So now you can add IC Gale boomerang.
Yep. All right. Cool.
So now the Gale boomerang, and let me continue scrolling through things now. So any other scripted items you have that use the script classes can do the same.
Right.
Um,
I don't think. I don't think there will be.
um, the
Ice rather.
damage done by the cross beams and hurricane spin and quake hammer and spin attack are their power.
Oh. Okay, I do need to
So if,
add all of those then.
so if you have a spin attack that does 2 times damage, you can make it do 4 times damage instead. Which
Yeah.
actually, no, you probably don't want that because it'll do 4 times damage and the sword's damage will be doubled, so that would be 8 times damage.
Oof. You think that'd be too OP?
Probably.
Well, I mean, like, Ganon's Rage isn't gonna double the attack power. I'm thinking like
Oh,
20% would be good.
ew. Okay, well, fair. Then it could, but effectively, you're giving those items even more buff.
Well, I mean that's the idea of Ganon's rage.
Stomp boots. Stomp boots. Not that you're likely to use stomp boots, but they are a weapon that would make sense because it's the force with which you stomp on an enemy's head.
I mean, if I'm being realistic here, I kind of have to add Hurricane Spin, but
Well, that means the hurricane spin will do, if it were double, then instead of the hurricane spin doing 2 times damage, it would do 8 times damage.
well, how about this? I
When you
can
would want it to do 4 times damage.
I can
Doubling the sword already doubles the damage dealt by those things because those things are just a multiplier on the sword.
I think that's fine. Like what I could even do is I could even nerf the spin attack itself, make it take longer to charge or something, making it more challenging to actually get it. But if you do manage to get it, it's very rewarding.
Can you make it longer to charge?
Yes, I believe you can. At least I've played quests with different length charge rings. Like again with Isle of Birth.
Oh, charge rings, duh. Yeah, okay, yeah,
With
that makes sense.
Isle of Birth, you
Um,
get a charge ring that increases it.
anyway, stomp boots would make sense to put in this script because it is a physical damage.
Um, well, I don't know. Should I don't know if I want to put everything in there because I was kind of just thinking for the items I'm gonna
Everything that
have.
would make sense for physical.
Well,
You
yeah,
want to
but
use
I'm
one.
saying like if there's items that I know I'm not gonna be using because I pretty much I already have
But
a
if
complete
you want
list
to,
of all my
okay.
items.
But what about if you put this on the database?
That's what I was thinking. I could do that. Yes. Okay, so now I'm gonna
Perfect.
relook through
And
this.
regardless, if you're gonna have side view sections, you want to go for Link's Awakening style because in Link's Awakening style, you can jump on the Goombas in side view,
Huh.
and that's stomp boots. So
Okay.
I mean, technically, you may decide to have stomp boots at some point.
Well, bracelet. Shouldn't the power bracelet also be in there, depending on what it is?
I literally suggested that earlier.
Oh, you
It's
did.
the
Okay.
push strength, so you would be able to push heavier blocks.
But that kind of negates the whole purpose for the upgraded bracelets then.
So what you could do is instead of having the upgraded bracelet, have it so you have to use the rage to push.
Interesting. Yeah.
Which would be a decision to make. You don't have to do that. You can just say the bracelet doesn't get doubled.
Yeah, at this point I'm considering the database very much so.
But I would definitely double the stomp boots class.
The what?
Stomp boots.
Stomp boots? Well, I'm going alphabetically just through everything.
Well, that would
Cross.
be the only other thing that, like, we kind of went through everything that can be doubled,
Well, wait. What about
unless
the
you're doing scroll.
cross scroll? Like you said, spin attack, but is that like cross scroll? Does that also include?
Those are damage bits. Those are damage parts on Okay, let me double check the cross beams. So cross beams. Uh,
Because yeah, those are the beams that fly out when you
it's
do the
not
spin attack.
labeled. Yeah, cross skull isn't labeled, so I don't have any clue what it does.
Should I include it?
I don't have any clue what it does.
All right. Well, I'll also
I
include
legitimately
flippers.
have no clue what that would do. So
I won't then. I'll include flippers though. I gotta get those in there.
flippers does literally nothing.
Well,
You're doubling an unused variable.
yeah. It would be cool though if that could be a thing.
If you
Um,
wanted to increase the dive length, but again, that would like retroactively cancel the extra dive length if it ran out.
yeah.
So it would need to be active for the whole dive.
So you said Hurricane Scroll is that's the
Hurricane
Hurricane
and
Spin.
spin would double if you put them in. Doubling the sword would already double the spin damage because they are distinct.
I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
That's what I'm saying. So you would be, instead of doubling the damage, you'd be
Quadrupling.
quadrupling it because
Yeah.
it's a multiplier. So you're saying the sword times 2, and then times, instead of times 2 for hurricane spin, times 4, which is then times 8
Okay, let's.
instead of the normal times 2. So you've quadrupled instead of doubled.
Okay, now we got the Roc's
Um,
Feather.
Rocks is jump height.
Yep. Um.
So yeah, really, stomp boots is the last one.
Yeah, Stomp Boots. Okay.
Given that wands are included by what you said, then
Well, I mean, just
pick the
anything
next pick
anything
along.
that's affected by if your physical strength
Physical
is
strength.
doubled. Yeah. So like even the candle wouldn't change, bombs wouldn't change,
Yeah.
hook shot wouldn't change.
You're putting rocks in to double your jump height.
Oh, whoops! I did not mean to put that in twice. There we go. Yep, Rock's Feather. All right.
And stomp boots.
Oh, did I? I think I copied the wrong thing. I meant stomp boots,
Probably.
but it I guess I did hit Control C. I must have missed the C. There we go. All right, so now we have that, and then I'm guessing get highest level own. We need
Also,
to.
don't forget to kill the line with a semicolon.
Oh, that is correct. Yes, gotcha. Don't want to forget those. So now I can.
Okay, so now, for int q, I will always say q instead of I because Zariah said it to me, and I went, why? I is the default. And then he said, because I can be mistaken for a 1. And then I said, how will you ever mistake I for a 1? And
Yeah,
literally a day later, I had an entire script fuck up because I mistook an I for a 1. So I use int q now, which is why you see that down below. But equals size of array, capital start of each word.
okay, size of array, and then I put in item classes.
Yep.
Okay.
And then -1
Right,
because you want it to
yes.
be one less than the size of the array.
Plus plus I,
Um,
right?
no. First of all, you need a condition.
Oh, obviously. Yeah. Right, right,
So
right. So
so
I is
I
less than
greater equals 0.
greater equals 0. So are we going to be decrementing?
Yes. So minus minus I.
Get, gotcha.
Because here's the reason. You're doing the size of array item classes at the start, so you're starting at the end of the array. And the reason you're doing that is because the other option would be to start at 0 and check the size of array item classes in the condition, which means you need to call the size of array function every iteration instead of just once.
So wait, this get highest item level or level item own, this is going to return the number of the level it is, right?
It's going to return the number of the item.
Okay, so
So ToN,
should I create another integer array that'll contain all these items owned?
no, you're going to create an item data array.
Okay.
Item data array IDs, ID for item data, that's for plural, simple names.
Okay, so yeah, so it's not an int array, it's an item data array.
Yeah, item data array, which name it like IDs, I would name it, or you could name it longer if you want a long name, but I try to go for short names when possible, when it's something especially that I'm going to be referencing a lot. Lowercase.
Lowercase id?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Normally, because kind of like how you have IT for the item down there, which for the record, I wouldn't use IT for item data. I would use IT for an item sprite. I would use ID for item data. And S because it's plural because it's an array.
Yeah. This IT here, I didn't make this, so that wasn't
And
me.
um, what's the size of that array?
Well, wait a minute. So the size of this array, there only ever be as many elements in this as there is in item classes, right?
Yes,
So then I could
I
use the size of item classes.
go ahead. Something in the back of my mind yells at me that array sizes need to be constant. But go ahead, and also that's not how you set the size of an array you're
Yeah,
declaring.
yeah. I'm trying
um,
to.
yeah. If this gives you a compile error, then you will need a different strategy. I don't know if it will.
Is there
I
a there's a get size of array or wait that is what
that
it is.
size of array is that's yes, that's how you get the size of an array.
Yeah. So I can do this,
So
right?
put it so maybe not sure, but you put it in the square brackets, not equals.
Oh, okay. Must be thinking of something
Because it's
else.
the size of the array. So you put it in the place where you put the
Right, 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 right.
size.
Well, like I'm
uh,
trying to think because I'm.
yeah, and
This
you don't
is
need equals anything
this
because it's
is
just you're
different than what
declaring a
I
blank
am
array.
used to. This is definitely
Yeah,
different than what I'm used to.
yeah. I don't know if that will work. That may give you a compile error.
In fact,
If it
actually,
does, we will. If it does, we will cross that bridge when we come to it.
in fact, actually,
So,
I had issues with remembering how to do arrays. Where I think this was with Java or whatever. You'd be like new int array, that kind of thing.
yeah.
Gotta remember not to do that. Anyway, so we have
All right. So now
IDs.
back to the for loop. And what you're gonna do is you're going to say IDs at index I
I gotcha.
equals game load item data get highest level item owned into item class. So that get highest level item owned is a parameter to game load item
Right.
data.
Yeah. Yeah. So wait, it's get what?
No, 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 backwards, backwards.
Wait, hold on.
Get highest level item owned goes in the parentheses of the other function.
Oh, of which function?
Game load item data.
Game.
You have it literally 2 lines below.
No. Okay. All right. It's getting late. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah. And then we get the highest level
So
owned.
that's get highest level item owned, and get highest level item owned needs to take a parameter, which is item classes at index I.
Item classes. Okay, it didn't
Ultimate
copy that.
lazy.
Yeah. There we go.
Totally not even using the Notepad++ autofill. Um,
So I don't even need this item data IT then.
oh, wait a second. Yeah, you don't need that. But I just realized a slight thing, which is gonna not be nice.
What is that?
So actually, you need to give braces to that for loop first of all,
Really? For a single
because
line
you're
for
not.
loop?
It's not gonna be single line in a second.
Okay. Dang.
Because here is the slight problem I present to you. What happens if you don't have an item of that class?
No pointer exception? Am I thinking of...
It
No, it's not no pointer, is it?
effectively you invalid item ID exception.
Okay, I see. So I
It
need to do a
isn't
check.
expressed, but it's a script there. So what you do is instead of putting get highest level item owned as a parameter, you instead store int it equals get highest item level.
Oh, gotcha. Yep.
You're gonna store it, and then you're gonna do an if condition.
Okay. Perfect, and then we do an
Why
if
didn't you
check.
cut? Why did you copy?
What? What's wrong?
Why did you copy instead of cut?
Whatever. Ultimately the same thing.
So if it greater equal 0 is the condition. Because 0 is a valid item.
Right, yes.
Given, generally, it's a green rupee, so generally not going to matter. But regardless. So there's your lovely for loop. Now,
This needs to loop as well, the power. Wait, I could just put that in the for loop as
mm,
well, right?
mm,
Wait, what does this
not
power...
quite. Because you're
This
going to
is...
have 2 for loops here. One of them is going to be, is what you're going to need, is you're going to need, because that for loop needs to run all at once, and the next for loop needs to have a wait frame in it.
Okay.
So you can get rid of that in power. Blah, blah, blah. What that's going to be in is you're going to for mm, make it the same for exact same for. Just copy the same top of the for.
Okay. What just...
Like the top of the for, the one line you didn't
Yeah,
copy.
yeah, that is weird. I was gonna just copy the entire template, but it for some reason I somehow missed that.
Okay. And okay. So now, shit. How is this gonna? Do we really need another array? I think we might.
Are you asking if we needed another array?
Yeah, I think we do, because to do this, you need to
Or
enter each.
are you saying we need a
Hmm.
third array?
Yeah,
What would this array contain? I don't see what it would
the
contain.
power values instead of int power,
Oh, yes. I think we
because we
do.
can't store that without. Yeah, no, that needs to be an array. So just copy the item data IDs and then just
Yeah.
change it from item data IDs to int powers.
Okay.
int powers, not item data powers.
No. Right. They are integers. Cool. Perfect.
So actually, this can now share the same for loop.
Yeah,
Leave
yeah.
that one there because we're gonna need it again. You'll just end up moving it, but just so in here, yep.
And then I could actually.
And
I'm
then
not gonna copy that.
so then on the next line, yeah, powers at I equals IDs at I dereference to power. So
IDs.
IDs at I and then arrow and then power, which does work in 2.55.
Cool.
Capital P.
Oh, okay. It autofilled because I have something that's called power, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah. And then well, yeah, you still have the other power variable being used. You remove declaration. And actually still in that for loop, um
Will it be inside? What are we talking here?
why do you have an if input A or B at the bottom there? Was this copied from a different one?
I don't actually remember where I got this template. I got it from someone else.
You got it from something. You got
Yeah.
it from me, but you got it from some, I think it was a different item it was for. Because I don't think that A or B has no, because I don't think the AB has any meaning here.
Well, yeah. Well, you also have to consider we are now completely changing what this item
Yeah,
means.
true.
So
So you can just get rid of the AB because that doesn't matter. So what you're instead going to do, so actually still in the same for loop, in the same if condition at the top there where you just added the powers equal IDs power.
okay.
On the next line, IDs at I power times equal 2.
Times equal. Hmm. Do I want
Or,
to?
well, actually, what do you want the modifier to be?
Yeah.
Make that a
See,
parameter. Make that
double.
a parameter.
Yeah, doubling.
Though
Yeah.
to be fair, a lot of powers are integers, so percentages will likely do nothing.
And let's call this mult. Well, descriptive names makes it easier for those that are
Yeah.
new to this.
So just saying, if you put like 1.5, that might do something, maybe. If you put 1.2 for a 20% increase, that's going to do nothing if the power is less than 3. Which means if the item does less than 6 damage to enemies, it will not have any effect with a
Interesting.
20%
And
increase.
that's if I do a
Because it's an
20%.
integer, so it will truncate.
Okay, so what would be the wait? If it's an integer, it will truncate. So the
The
lowest.
least that would always work is times 2.
Yeah, yeah, just double it.
So,
Maybe I should
I
keep.
mean, that's a job for the parameter, so we can leave it for now as a
Yeah,
parameter, and then just it probably should be an integer passed. So then, what you're going to do is you're going to take the for int q equals duration seconds part, and you're
yeah.
going to move that up above the empty for block.
Above. Wait, so just take that for loop and move it where?
Yeah, take that whole for loop and move it up above the empty for loop.
Oh, okay. Man, that's some
And
weird
you can,
spacing.
while you have the whole thing, if you highlight the whole thing, you can shift tab to untab it by one.
Well, yeah, yeah. I knew. Oh, I do need to. I didn't realize that I needed to move that over. Gotcha. So do I need any of this in this if below here?
Not anymore. Nope.
Okay.
And now in that for loop there, um, if
Oh,
I if
okay.
IDs at I, which that's an item data. How are you going to use it in an if? Because that works. It does now. It's nice.
It didn't used
So
to.
this so you didn't use to be able to if anything that wasn't int or bool.
Oh, jeez,
Um,
really?
yep.
Ouch.
So this now is a null check. This is checking if the item data is null or not.
Okay. Oh yeah. So
Yeah,
what?
if ID is at I and then block. Or actually,
How do you do an old check in this language?
No, no, no. You just do if IDs at I.
Oh, that's an that doesn't? Huh.
Okay, so lesson. Null means 0. Anything that is not equal to 0 casts to a Boolean true. Anything that is 0 casts.
Interesting. So zero is just so null is just zero in this. Huh. Interesting. Ooh. Something happened to I cannot hear you. Hello? Well, OBS dropped 7,000 frames. Holy crap. Okay. Hello? What just happened?
I don't know. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that was your end.
Really?
This was
Cause
still showing a green circle for me.
everything looked fine on my end.
That was your end. I don't know what it was. Um,
Whatever it was, I couldn't see it. Nothing looked out of the
Wonderful.
ordinary.
Oh yeah. So basically, if you don't pass if you don't do a Boolean operator, or even if you do, what an if does to that condition is it checks not equal to 0 on that condition.
Interesting.
So if 5 is same as if true. If
That's kind of
27 is same as if true.
that's
If negative 52 is same as if true.
that's kind of stupid, but okay.
That's how it works in C++. That is,
Really?
yes.
Interesting.
Technically, the Boolean literal true, Boolean isn't a real type in C++.
It's let me guess. It's just an enum for where it's defined as 0 and 1 or any integer.
It's just it's a preprocessor define where true is defined as 1 and false is
Wow.
defined as 0.
Well,
So
that's
true is
interesting to
literally
know.
an int in C++.
I always figured it was like, well,
Bool doesn't exist. Bool is a type def for int.
wow, I've never actually really thought about what Boolean variables or Boolean would be. Yeah, that does make
Yeah.
sense. I mean, it
So
it,
yeah,
it could almost just be binary, 0 and 1, but
it could be, but it's not
wow,
because it's not.
that's actually kind
Technically,
of
then
stupid.
a byte is smaller than a bool in C++.
Jeez, okay, well, good to know.
See, I would
Jeez.
say it should be I would say bool should be a type def for a byte, personally, because that would
God.
make sense. But no. So anyway, so that is if it's not null. The only way it would be null is if the if it greater than equals 0 check at the top failed for this one. So only for items that we don't own, skip. But then it's going to be ID's power equals power. So ID's at I power equals powers at I.
Powers at I. Okay.
And that should work. And now cooldown.
Oh, yes, cooldown.
So parameter probably parameter 2 instead of parameter 3. You don't need for loop. You do not need for loop.
Oh. Oh, just do a wait frame, right?
Yeah, wait frames, which is a function. So just add a parameter first for
There is it.
cooldown
Oh, yeah,
seconds.
cooldown. Yeah.
That's duration, not cooldown.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Just realized
I
that.
would put it as the second parameter before multiplier because organization.
True.
And I would make it cooldown seconds to match. Also not ind, but int, please,
Uh,
because that won't compile.
yes, I know.
I make it cooldown seconds to match the duration.
Oh, I see.
So then you'll just be doing wait frames cooldown seconds times 60.
Right, yeah, I see. So when you pass in an integer for when you pass in a number into wait frames, it's frames. Yeah, okay.
So wait frames isn't an engine function, it's an std functions function. Wait frames is an engine function. Wait
I
frames
see.
isn't. Wait frames is this function that literally does for int I equals 0, I less than
Oh,
parameter.
okay.
So that's literally all it is.
I
For
mean
the
that
record.
makes sense. Like that's what
But
it
it's a
is.
shortcut. Uh, Also, I love the syntax highlighting and how I have wait frame highlighted so blatantly for you.
Yeah, I noticed that when I first started this, it's like wow, that is
you
really
you
pops.
put an infinite loop without a wait frame and you're fucked.
Make sure you look for the
So
the
it
blackness
makes
in
it a
each loop.
little bit easier to notice when you don't have a wait frame.
Oh yeah, and I've
Uh,
I've been burnt by that when I would see ZC crash. It's like,
yeah,
oh, that's an infinite
you
loop.
don't want to soft like CC. So
That's
what
an
this
infinite
should
loop.
then do is it will take the item classes arrow, bow, hammer, B-rang, sword, gale B-rang, bracelet, rock's feather, and stump boots,
Double their power.
and it will double their power. And then it will wait for either the specified number of seconds or until you get hit. And then it will revert and wait a cooldown.
Oh wait a minute, is that? Yeah, I do want it like that still. That's right.
Okay. Now here is the question.
Well,
How do we want to display this effect to the player to let them know it is active?
I'm gonna just comment this out because I don't know if I want that. I'll.
I would not comment that whole thing out because then it will have a duration of 0 frames.
Oh, all right.
Comment out just the if hero action
Yeah,
part
yeah, yeah.
because otherwise that will have a duration of 0 frames. So, yeah, so like, yeah, I would have still even for a 2 line I would have done a block, but whatever.
Hmm.
Um,
So what were you saying? Oh,
okay,
how are we gonna
we
show
want
the effect?
actually here fun moment. If you're not gonna do the hero action thing, why have a for loop at all? Just do wait frames duration seconds times 60.
Oh, yeah, good point.
That's the only reason you had a for loop there was for that.
Well, how would we do the if
Oh,
then?
this other thing is just going to be one thing before and one thing after that for loop.
Okay, so wait, what are you saying that?
So it can. So you just change that entire for loop to wait frames duration seconds times 60, same as the cooldown seconds one.
Okay. Oh, dang it. Weird thing. Okay, wait frames, and then it's just cooldown. Oh wait, duration.
Yeah, duration seconds. And fix your tabbing and probably just backspace the hero action stuff. You don't need it commented.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I want to keep that getting hit.
It's easy enough to put back.
Yeah, yeah, I'll just uncomment that if I want that. Okay. So,
Um, and wait, not wait frame, but wait frames.
oh, that's right. Yes. It's interesting that there's two separate methods for that.
Yeah.
So,
Overloaded functions in the engine have been a problem for a while, just for the record.
huh.
Namely, they were not literally possible until I made a thing that made them possible.
Hmm.
Because, yeah, it literally matched the only way it function matched for internal functions was the number of parameters.
Hmm.
So you couldn't have a function that takes an int parameter or an NPC parameter because it wouldn't know the difference. Because it was stupid.
Hmm. So, I think I've thought about how I would like the effect while it's active to tell you. How about Link? How about can we do a thing where Link's sprite maybe like not?
Glows has a glow effect,
Well, I was gonna say glow's
or
interesting,
has an
but I was
or has an
thinking
icon above it.
no, glowing's good, but if what I'm about to ask doesn't work, we could do the glowing where like he not flashes red, but you know like how his colors like fade in red, normal, not necessarily red, just a color. You know, do you get what I'm saying? Where like a pulsing color change to him?
Yeah.
Would that be incredibly complicated?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe we'll just do a glow then.
That would require making an 8-bit set of his color of his tiles, make an entire duplicate of his tiles, and in fact, two entire duplicates of his tiles, one red, one normal, and then one that is actually used, and then using copy tile to copy the tiles to where you need them.
All right, let's just do a board.
That area has not gotten much improvement since 2.50.2 yet.
All right.
That adding a glow effect is
How would we do? Wouldn't we still need to copy all of his tiles?
the question being, hmm, is script CSET a thing for him?
What?
It's, don't get your hopes up. Nope, doesn't exist. I think I feature requested it. Still not in though, so doesn't exist. So ignore me. Uh so a glow, I mean, you could give a general circle behind him, but that would probably look a bit stupid. To make the glow actually fit his shape, you'd need a set of glow tiles that would.
So like again, I'd have to
Hmm.
redo his tiles with a little glow around him.
Well, I'm forgetting. I'm forgetting script tile. Why do I forget script tile? Script tile would actually make that easier. I'm just stupid. So no, it wouldn't need all the copy styles. So script tile would work.
What is script tile?
You can literally just override what tile the engine uses for link.
So
You can say
oh,
no,
okay.
use this one instead.
So is that how people with completely different styles of Link? Is that how they do that? Well, no, they would just change his sprite.
Well, yeah,
Never
they would
mind.
just do a new sprite. For people who have it changed, a lot of people, like if you played Urand, that doesn't use the engine tiles at all. That draws combos for the player.
Oh, Glory Squad does that. In Glory Squad, there's an item where it's a Moogle costume and it changes Link's sprite, and you can
Yeah,
toggle that on and
it's
off.
it's very painful to me to see that done because it's so the word is jank.
Huh.
The scripting is genius given the resources at the time. What's mad at me is that that level of jank was required to do anything good at the time.
Wait, even at the time of Glory Squad?
uh, until 2.55. Was that 2.55?
No. Okay.
Then yeah, script tile's brand new, and it's the first thing that really helps with this. Unless
Okay.
you want to do a full copy tile block of his entire
Well,
tiles.
if this script tiles thing, is easy, it's good and it does. So
Mhm.
it'll add a border around his pixels.
You would need to draw him with a border.
Oh, if okay, so is what you're suggesting just like a generic circle around him?
The generic circle would be super easy.
Right.
Like, super easy.
So wait, what is the
You'd
script
actually
tiles
draw.
like? What would that do then, specifically,
It
like to
just
his?
it just says to draw a certain tile instead of Link's tile.
Oh,
It's an override.
I see. Hmm.
Um, Probably a generic. One of the more generic and probably decent things you could do is a status effect indicator of a little icon over the head.
Uh, at that point, I would almost just be fine with like a circle.
All right. Well, script tile it is. Question being, hmm. Yeah, no script tile. Okay, so to Z Quest.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, and actually, how to turn that into a weight frames?
Yeah.
You're gonna need to turn it back into a loop.
Put it back into a loop.
Yeah, in order to do a script tile, because that's gonna need to update every frame for his different animations.
I might just undo then.
Sure, undo a bunch. That would do it.
All right, the for loop's back.
And just still backspace. Just backspace out the commented part because you're not gonna need that.
All right.
Okay. So to ZQ. and to the tile editor, and to links tiles.
Links tiles are near the bottom. I don't know, maybe page 100.
So, question I have for you is: are links tiles already 8-bit?
Uh, do they like? Are you asking? Do they have that little 8-bit thing?
They do not. So I'm going to go ahead and say that unless you have 8-bit hidden, which shouldn't be by default. By the way, right click right now
Okay.
on the tiles, and then no, hover over view.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's not hidden.
Yeah, all right. So you can hide that if you want, which is nice because some people have trouble with it. Okay, so you aren't using 8-bit tiles. Also, you are using uh,
I don't think any of these tiles are actually being used. I think
okay.
this is
Find the
where it
tiles that are
starts.
actually okay. Okay, this is what's actually in use. Okay.
Yeah, these are the standard ones then.
Um, and it's going down by an entire tile page per. How many pages are there of shields that are in use?
One, two, three, four, and there will be. I do want to have a fifth because there will be. Hold,
Uh,
hold on. What's the difference between?
to have the glow correctly fit with the shield would be not good.
Oh wait, maybe these. I don't know what these tiles are, but now there's ones where it's showing
I don't know.
everything.
Okay, a status indicator is probably the easiest path.
Well, wait. What about that
Okay,
generic
do you
circle?
literally just want to draw a red circle behind Link?
Oh, it can't just be like a low opacity overlay on them.
It would be a perfect circle. Regardless of what it is, it's a perfect circle.
But no matter what, I would have to draw it on every sprite
It would
or
be
every tile.
literally like a spotlight shining on him
Mm,
instead of a glow or an effect. It would look stupid. It is a
yeah.
terrible suggestion.
All right.
A status indicator is,
All right.
I'm going to say, your absolute best bet.
Yeah, we could do that. And actually, hold
Okay.
on. If we're doing a status indicator, can it be an indicator that has a timer that'll count down?
Could fairly easily have a timer.
That would be nice, because then not only can you see that the effect's going, but you can see how much time's left on it.
Okay. Um, question then. Are you likely to have other status effects that you would want indicators for?
Let's see. Um,
Anything else that would have a status effect?
well, let's see. Maybe the hero's armor would too, showing how much longer your armor
Okay,
affects. So,
so like a sword icon and a shield icon for status effects. Okay,
oh yeah, yeah.
so immediate problem. Unless you set up a thing to handle all status icons, you're gonna have problems. If you say were to activate both of those at once, and the icons would overlap.
Well, couldn't I? Well, wait. How would they be displayed? Wouldn't I choose based on an offset off of Link's current position where they would pop
So
up?
it would be centered above his head. But if you have two, then both of them would need to know the other is active to draw separately. So
But wait. Would they have to be both directly above his head, or could I put one like on the left side and the other would be on the right side?
it would look very weird to have one on the left when the other's not there.
What about? Can we have these
Okay,
over? Could these be
I'm
on the
giving you
submenu?
a. I'm giving you on the sub menu
Like,
could work.
let me see.
I say very hesitantly.
Because I can make room on here to move it.
I mean,
You could put it
what
like.
you're getting towards here is a proper status effect system, which is a kind of cool thing to have. It just will require a bit more work put in than a very basic script.
Wait, I have a question. How does Nairu's love work with its effect on Link?
It draws a particle effect around him.
How complicated is that? Is that very complicated?
Eh, well, it's a rotating thing, so you need rotation math.
Well, like I, very basic. Like it, because Nairu's love puts that little effect without having to redraw all of his tiles, right?
Yeah, it requires rotation math. So
Well,
to
you're saying
draw all of
rotation.
these
You're saying
more.
rotation because it's spinning, like the tiles are spinning.
Yes,
But what if it were just a still image, like without
then it
that
would
spin?
look very stupid.
Well, I'm just saying for an example.
If you want just a still image above him, then that's exactly what I'm saying for status
Oh,
effects.
well,
That's a basic generic status indicator.
well, what if we did something similar to Nairu's love, where it's a spinning thing? Then, how complicated is that?
But then again, if you have both active at once and they're both using a similar effect, it's going to look really, really stupid.
Hmm,
And especially then it would conflict with the Neighbor's Love effect. So if you had all three of those at once, that would look really stupid.
all right.
So, like, there is a better way to do this. It just involves a little bit more work. Are you willing to put in a tiny bit more work?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, let's go make another script.
What kind?
Question: do you have a hero active yet?
A script for the hero. I believe I
You
have.
have a hero on death, I think.
Yes.
But do you have a hero active?
No, I do not.
Okay, hero active time.
Okay.
So hero active is it literally just works like global active.
If it's an active, let's put it up on top. With well, let's close freeform combo. I can't move my mouse. Okay, let's drop it right here. Hero active.
So you already okay.
What's wrong?
You kind of have like one for all FFC scripts, one for all DMAX scripts, and now you have two separate ones for hero scripts.
Do you think I should just keep this with the other hero?
Probably.
Yeah, right.
They're both hero scripts.
All right. Well, I didn't really know. So okay.
Like I would tend to keep mine together. So just like put now instead of just on death, also have active, say above it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll put that above it. Okay. So would it literally be hero active?
Yeah, hero scripts act. Um, so it's hero script active. Although keep in mind that no scripts can share the same name, so make sure it's not spelt the same exact way as your global active.
Oh, you're saying the term active?
Yeah, so if your global script is just titled active,
Wait,
well, your main global is
main
unfold.
global. It's global
Okay.
scripts. Okay.
Okay, it's global scripts. Then you're good. It can be active. I tend to have my global script just be active, so then I make my hero active like H active.
Yeah,
but
actually, I'm gonna
uh,
change it to hero active.
whichever, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then void run still doesn't have any parameters, so you literally can't give it parameters.
Yeah.
And what this is going to do is it's going to handle status effects. So you're going to need a global. Ooh. Okay, so in your constants global section, we're going to declare a array and an enum, and the array is going to be an int array.
Okay, what should I call this int array?
Int statuses.
Statuses. I feel like I spelled that wrong, but
And size doesn't matter at the moment because enum comes before we know what the size is going to be. So you can semicolon after it. It's not going to have an initializer. So then enum status. Capital S. It's a
Oh
type.
my
It's
god,
kind
can
of
I
like a class.
spell the word enum? Okay, enum. How do you do enums in
That's
this?
so braces with a semicolon after the close brace,
Uh, okay. Braces with a semicolon. Crap. Okay. All right.
and it should be multi-line like a function.
All right. Yeah, not. I haven't
And
done enums much in my
yeah,
times.
and you can name enums, which creates a type for them, and I would name this one status.
Okay.
So no, like enum status
Oh.
before the brace. Status with capital S,
Oh.
lowercase.
That's right. Enums are kind of
Uh,
like classes. That's right.
they are literally speaking, they are type defs.
Right. Okay.
And I would do that with lowercase everything but the s, because it's not a constant. I mean, the enums are a constant, but
Well, right. Yeah. Yeah. I just did this.
you're defining a type.
Right.
So now you can have a function if you want that takes status as a parameter, status x.
Right.
That
Okay.
will work.
Gotcha.
Okay, so now let us say attack underscore boost, all caps,
That. Okay. Okay. Attack underscore boost.
comma, enter. No, not semicolon, comma after each, comma deleted.
Oh. Okay.
And you can assign to each of these if you want, but we want them in order. Defense underscore boost. Yeah. Assignments are optional and they force it to have a value. If you don't give them, it starts at 0 and goes +1 each time. And now on the next line, num underscore statuses.
Comma delimited. Interesting. Okay.
And no comma after that because that's it. And no empty line after it either. So I'd get rid of the empty line.
Okay.
So now num statuses is the size of the array statuses.
Ah.
So now if you add more constants to that enum, it will automatically resize the array for you.
Right. Yep. Perfect. Beautiful. Does this order matter, by the way?
Not at all.
Perfect. Okay.
I will tell you, in older versions, putting enum above or below the array definitely mattered.
Right, because it would have probably in this case it would have said num status isn't defined.
Yep, but I made a registration visitor. So now it scans through everything, and anything that it finds an undefined for, it just waits until it passes through everything. Then it
Ooh.
goes back and checks them again, and again, and again, until either a certain limit is hit, or it makes no progress, it doesn't identify anything new, or it finds everything.
Cool.
So yeah, basically you can declare only for global variables, obviously, but you can declare stuff in any order. So constant A equals C, constant B equals A, constant C equals 5.
That's cool.
Now, if you said constant C equals B, well, C equals B, B equals A equals C, it's recursive and none of them can ever be defined, so it would fail.
Nice.
That would fail. I don't
Yeah.
know. I actually could not tell you which one it would give you the error for first,
Yeah. What
but it would.
what would that error
Uh,
even be? Like that's weird.
it would give you 3 errors. C is undefined, B is undefined, A is undefined.
Right, because it can never find a
None of
firm
them were
definition,
defined because it could never define any of
a static definition for it. Yeah. Okay.
them. Anyway, so now what you have here is you have wonderful attack and defense boost in an int array. Int can mean here duration, so that we know how to put that duration on the screen. We can also define some more constants here. So config, all caps, as a wonderful thing, probably under the enum here.
Okay.
I don't know how that matters, but it's just for so. And this will be attack underscore or tile underscore attack underscore boost.
Tile
Yeah.
attack boost.
Yep. I always start tile constants with tile underscore, and I always start combo constants with combo underscore.
So wait, quick question.
Always do.
What is this that we're actually going to be accomplishing here?
What you're going to do is your other script is going to set statuses at index attack boost to the duration, and then the hero active is going to do this effect drawing.
Okay, and this
And it will
affects.
automatically, if you have both, if one of them is active, it will be drawn centered above Link. If both are active, it automatically offset them as needed.
Oh. Ooh. Okay, I see what's going on. Cool.
Probably, probably. I don't know the best way to do it, honestly. But anyway, so that obviously has to equal something, but we don't know what yet. That won't compile like that, but we can wait till we know what tile it is, and also tile defense boost.
Oh, so same thing but with defense
Yeah.
boost.
Yep. Technically, you could do config tile attack boost, comma tile defense boost, because you can do listed declarations in 2.55, but I tend to list them out as separate anyway.
Would it be in that case? Would it be attack boost equals defense boost equals whatever number?
Attack boost equals number, comma defense boost equals number.
Oh, you would do commas. Okay, I've seen it both ways.
Yeah. Attack boost equals defense boost equals does not work for declaring things. That would not declare defense boost. That would be using defense boost in an equation.
Interesting. Okay.
So that would not work. But anyway, so you are gonna need some tiles. So let's make a quick placeholder. So the size for these we're going to say is preset, and these are going to be, let's say, 8 tall, 16 wide, or
Should I?
12 tall, 12 tall, 16 wide.
Do you want me to
Um,
define that?
sure, and use define for that because it's not configurable.
Okay, so you're saying make another config and it'll be our height and width.
No, define.
Oh, define.
The difference is they are both constant, so the technical difference is nothing. It's a semantical difference, and I use these. I came up with this constant system because I like it. Basically, the difference being config, just change it to whatever you want. Makes sense. Defines kind of matter more and should be changed less.
Okay.
So define status underscore height and status underscore width.
Height.
Let's say the height should be 12 and the width should be the height should be 12, the width should be 8. Maybe. No, 12. 12 by 12. Make it 12 by 12.
Okay.
And just think about what's accomplishable in that pixel space and how to make it. No, but at the same time, think about that on the space. That is no. Make it make it 8 height, 12 width. Maybe. We can toy with it later.
Yeah, that's a very
These just,
specific thing.
yeah. I'm trying to just visualize what I have in mind here. Anyway, now to ZQuest.
Find some tiles.
Yep. So tiles, find a page to draw, and we're gonna have a time drawing. These should be by definition 8-bit, just so that we don't need to define CSET constants as well, because that's the cheaty convenient way to not need CSETs.
Okay, so you want me to just draw a tile here?
Yep, just find tile, make it 8-bit, so Shift B is the fast way.
Oh, Shift B. Sure. Okay. Whoa,
Now
yeah.
you can edit with the full palette.
So wait,
Yeah.
if you're able, so making it 8-bit means you can edit with the full palette. Is there
Yeah,
any disadvantages to doing that?
it is the same in every CSET.
Right, because it's all possible
So like
colors.
in Z1, you have an Octorok. That exact same tile is both the red and the blue Octorok, depending on CSET.
Right. Well, yeah. That's
8-bit,
how
you
the rings are done
yeah.
too,
If it's
and
8-bit, you
potions.
can't do that.
Oh, okay. So the color it is the color it will forever be.
Yes, precisely. This also, here's the thing: there's almost no reason not to make Link's tiles 8-bit, other than not caring. because Link will always use CSET 6. So he doesn't benefit from that anyway.
Yeah, that is true. And then if you want to make custom armor upgrades, it's very easy. You just Control C, Control V, changes colors, done.
Um, yeah, fair.
You could just do the color swap
That would
thing.
that would need like tile modifiers and stuff though. Not as easy as you say.
Well, I mean, you couldn't do recolors.
But to actually change the tile to the new tile.
Oh, oh, okay, I see. It would need that
Because
override.
you can edit the colors that it becomes. You could make it a yellow chartreuse and brown tunic instead of blue, red, and gold. Like you can do that. That's a thing you can do already.
Huh. So
Have
what?
been able to.
So what kind of things should I draw here?
Anyway, so we're gonna say this is going to be 8 tall by 12. So for now, draw a black border that is 8 tall and 12 wide, starting in the upper left corner.
Okay.
All because the upper left corner is the coordinate of the tile when it's drawn, so it should be able to make math doable by a script. It should always start in the upper left corner. You got that.
Okay.
Basically, that's the border of a box.
Right.
Fill the box. Um,
Same color
I don't
black.
know what. I don't. No, not black. Because that's the border of something. So maybe a gray, maybe a tan. I don't know.
Where are the gray? So colors are tough. I think these are the grays. I think that's gray.
Yeah, those grays are in level colors though.
Oh.
You'd have to use CSET 5's grays.
And now the C sets go 0 is the top row and the
Yep.
bottom row. Okay, so C set
So
5.
you have four that are all brown, green, gray. The last bottom one is the only one that is constant. The others are changed by dungeon. So in
Wait,
8-bit, those will still change by dungeon.
so which one should I choose then?
The fourth of the gray rows.
The fourth of this. Okay, so the one that I was right above where I was just sitting at.
Uh, don't know how stream delay is affecting, but
Well,
like the bottom gray row, the bottom row that has grays.
well, I'm not good at seeing grays, so I don't know what at that bottom.
Oh, um,
Like what row from the
so
top? What row
the
from the top?
counting the top row, the sixth row.
Okay, so that'd be this one. All right, let's do this gray.
That looks okay. Sure. Can edit it later if need be, but now it's not black, so we can just replace the color instead of needing to draw out stuff. So that's a basic blank slate. Now copy that and paste it on the one next to it,
Okay,
and now edit this new one.
okay. Slightly change the color, I
And
assume.
nope, because this is just a blank background. Now you're going to draw a little mini sword icon.
Oh. Oh, okay. So do you want me to get rid of the box then?
No. Like you're going to draw the sword icon in the center of the box.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah. So that's like a box that contains a symbol. And the symbol
Right.
represents what the status is, and the box is just an indicator box.
Drawing a
So
sword.
probably like just try to center it. So the point should probably be
Oops. Wait. Ah, shoot.
that.
Pixel art. Definitely something I've been trying to teach myself.
Diagonal. My brain went vertical, but diagonal makes
Does that look like a sword?
probably a lot more sense. Yep, though you'll need a different color for the handle probably.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
technically the silhouette works, but a different handle color would do loads to differentiate it.
What would be a good handle color?
Blue.
Yeah, I guess. I don't. I
Master
guess.
Sword's blue.
Oh wait. Oops. Not that.
That is bright purple pink.
All right. Well, where would I find a blue?
Top right corner is like all blue. So like top right and then go down or left one are both decent blues.
All right. Well, here's one. And then I
I
might.
don't remember if I remembered you being colorblind.
I'm gonna give him
Maybe
a.
not.
There we go. Well, maybe not.
Yeah, that's a nice. That's good. That's good.
Okay.
maybe a darker
I was
for
thinking
the handle one. Actually, so maybe go.
like that.
Well, actually, okay. Firstly, let's make the blade pure white. So that's top right corner, three left.
Top
Pure
right
white.
corner, three. Oh, that would be that. I could see white like that.
Okay. I'm not presuming anything. I
That.
don't
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't colorblind well. Okay, and then maybe okay. Actually, make the dark one you put there a bit lighter.
That I was just thinking that actually.
Yeah, make it match a bit better.
Let's try this. Oh crap! Make it more visible. That's ooh. That looks like the white sword. That looks like the almost exact same
That
colors as the
would
original
be
white sword.
that would be exactly what I was going for there.
Perfect.
So that's your damage up indicator. So now
Copy
good
and
tile.
paste, and now do a shield indicator.
Yeah, so copy the blank one instead of the one with the sword on it.
Right. And then draw a shield.
Yep. So
Hmm.
you get exactly what I'm going for here. And then this
Yeah.
will display above Link's head with a tiny little number above that indicating the time left.
I gotta think. Like, what? Am I near the shields? Like, what do the shields look like? Believe it or not, I gotta actually like think about it.
I believe it. I believe it. Trust me. I am terrible at spriting. I reference image everything.
So it's just
Everything.
okay. That's the kind of look it goes for. Let's see.
But yeah, I literally I need to reference image to do every single
So
thing.
I need to find like a. Let's try to find like a brown, or a green. There we go. Is this centered? That looks centered. So let's do something like this.
Mm.
And then let's put
Not
a
quite centered.
let's look at black. Oh, well, I can't really center this unless I want to go
You'll
for
need
a
to make it even. You'll need to
yeah.
make it even. So you'll just need to do that.
Oh wait. Well, that still looks like the that kind of shield. And then let's go with say like a gray maybe for the. That doesn't really look so good. Uh, let's look
That
back.
looks like a monster's face.
Yeah, I'm looking back at the shield again. So they have. Okay, I see what it's going for. So I immediately forgot what the image looked like.
It had a tan border and then a green center. So what you're missing now is probably tan border and replace the gray with the same green that you use for the rest of it.
So put like a tan border around the entire shield. Is that what that
Yeah, so
was?
like the pixels that are touching the gray background should be
Yeah.
tan. And then take the green and replace the gray with the green.
Okay, that black looks odd the way it is. With maybe the black.
Yeah, maybe make the black the a lighter gray, or maybe make the shield one wider on each side.
Yeah, let's
Make it a
try.
bit bigger. Fill out the space more. That would also make it the same width as the sword icon, and then
Yeah,
as a
yeah.
result, puff the green out a bit.
Puff the. Oh, yep, 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 yep.
Because the tan should anything that is touching the gray background
Hmm.
orthogonally should be tan. Anything that is not should be green. So still two more green on the well, those bottom corners can touch it, but like the top two corners, like
Yeah,
two, make two
I know what
really
you're saying.
skinny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
gotcha. Yep. That I think that looks all right.
Mhm.
It's crude, but I can customize it later on.
Yeah, it's basic.
It looks
Base
like a
it. You can
shield.
change it to whatever colors. It does look like a shield.
Actually, from a distance like this, it looks really good.
And keep in mind, a distance is how it's going to be looked at.
Oh,
So
yeah, that is
then,
true.
the only thing left is text. That's gonna be just a drawstring. So that's gonna be default ZC fonts, and I, I'm just gonna recommend small LTTP Z3 small because that is 6 pixels tall and that is pretty nice and small and would work well with that scale. For the record, I use that font for like everything debug, and I need to draw. So that should be good.
Okay.
So now just take note of the tile numbers and put them into the script.
Okay, so hold on. What? Okay, cool. Um, where do I need to know?
So
Wh-
tile attack boost equals, and then the sword icon tile. Tile defense boost equals,
I
and the
see.
shield icon tile.
So for attack, so 38901. So 38901 is attack. So 38901, and then defense was just add one to that. 38902. Okay, got the tiles.
Okay. Actually, let's pause the stream, trying to full screen it again. So okay. So now, we have tiles for those boosts. Just being blatant here, I've never done this.
Wait, what?
I've never done a system like this before, so I am a bit. I'm not in, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing. I've done this 50 times mode. I'm in, okay, let's see if this works mode.
Well, hold on.
Just to be
I
disclaimer.
I actually have a thought. No one's watching the stream. I'm thinking I'll end it. We can do a Discord screen share, which is much less lag. So I'm gonna quickly do that.
Fair.